on. We had to come to work for this one. We had to come to work. How you doing, Denise? What's going on with you? How you living? How you doing?
Doing just fine.
We got to talk about the trip we're giving away on the morning show to London.
Yes.
If you want to come to London, we promised you this a while ago that we were going to step up our game and actually do some fun stuff. So this is like the first thing that I cannot believe they actually went for.
Right?
It happened within the course of an hour, so I want to take some time and really talk about it in a few minutes because it's such a big step for like everybody, for the show, for the people that have were with us from the closet days.
Yeah.
Now we're taking you to London. What? So
In London, England.
yeah. So
Like over in the UK.
Pretty excited
I know
about
there's
that.
some cities, London, here in the States, but no, we are going abroad.
we should be on the app, and of course we're on thedailyf.com or pkndk.com where you can join the chat. Hello, everybody in the chat. We'll do a little roll call. In fact, now we can actually yell in here because we are in a soundproof room.
Yeah.
We brought the dog to work.
I was like, you can't
We might
see.
get written up for this
You
tomorrow.
Can't see her, but she's really excited, guys.
Where is she? Where is she?
She's on her princess bed.
Okay. Oh, she is. Oh, I wish you could see this. Is so cute.
Oh, I took a photo. I'll send out a picture.
Yeah, she's like, there's this beanbag that's here and that you dragged into the studio from our office that's just
Yeah,
packed with stuff
I was
now.
like, I'm not quite sure whose beanbag
cutest thing
that
ever.
really is, but we're borrowing it.
Let's kick it off with a roll call right out the gate. Why do we do a roll call? Because the people must be heard.
What up? We
Who you
got
got?
Megan, the transporter, Alan, Adam, Brandon, Megs, Patrick, Laura, Honeybee, Carol, Saints Tat, Nicole, Manuel, E.M. Gomez, Loki, Trisha, Chloe, Sherelle, Apollo. What up?
I think there's a few more. Can you not scroll down or?
Oh no! Oh goodness! I guess I'm.
Can you see the big TV behind you? I know.
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Your eyes are that bad. How are your
Shoot.
eyes that bad?
Should I start over?
We got 7 lurkers. I don't have the theme because the theme's at the house with the studio that we have been able to put together.
the 7
Because
and-
our boss, No Chill Dan, has been on a no chill kick.
I know.
Bro hasn't
I
given us
know.
like 10 minutes off.
But well, to be honest, he did just leave the office himself.
did,
So
he did.
so we can only say so much.
Hardest working. I don't know if other people take this the wrong way, but the dude like really puts in some serious time. Like I want to talk to his wifey
I
and,
know.
and find out
and
how.
his kids.
I can't get over your lipstick right now. Your lipstick
wrong?
is so red.
I know. Well, it usually goes with the rest of my makeup, but this camera makes me look like a ghost right now. So.
Oh, you want me to turn down the light?
No,
or?
it's all right.
I can
It's all
turn it
right.
down.
I'd go like sun tanning or like I have a spray tan that I was supposed to do like 2 months ago, and I haven't had time to do that yet. But it's all right.
Hold up, I
This
got
is how
you.
I am natural. It's fine. It's fine.
There you go. There you go.
Still look pretty. That's
Yeah.
all right.
All
You get
right.
it. You get it. You got it.
You know what's funny with Denise is like, I swear to God, it's like she just learned how to put on lipstick like she didn't put it on before. And I don't know what it is with her, but like every time she puts on lipstick now, it's like so weird. It's either over bright or it's like she's got the Joker look popping. Like, I don't know. Like you've never used lipstick in the past?
No, I really haven't. And this isn't even like lipstick. It's like a lip shine. It's really bright.
Okay.
Maybe I should go for more the nudie color. Or nude color. I think Apollo in the chat is hilarious. He is like, yeah, I'm straight Casper. I look like
You
I
are so
have the
white.
flu.
You are so white. Apollo's going to be joining us at the Hawks, right?
Yes, he is. Him and Mr. Seattle will get to meet for the first time. They join us Fridays at 5:50 every week and do NFL pick'ems. So they're like against each other. So I think it'll be interesting. Like maybe I won't tell each other who they are.
I don't know.
And
Seattle
then-
had a strong start with the Pick'ems, but then like Apollo has really brought it back. So,
Yeah.
and that's going to be awesome. And we're going to have some other tickets too. So if you're in the Atlanta area, we'd love to hook you up. If you're visiting Atlanta, hit us up. We'd love to get you in our. We got a whole suite, so that's going to be a lot of fun. So
Yeah. And it's gonna be great because it's against the Rockets too. So
yeah, what a game that's going to be. Oh man, house divided right there. Or are you bandwagoning or what?
I'm a Dwight fan, so Dwight's now.
so you don't even care about the team. You're just
so
more about
the player.
Okay.
Yeah, like if JJ went to a different team, then I would be a fan of that team. Just like Chip Kelly went to the Eagles, and I was a fan of him on the Eagles, and he went to San Francisco, and now they are terrible. So I'll
Are you
just.
still a fan of Chip though?
I am a fan of Chip. I just think
Okay.
he should go back to Oregon maybe, and then maybe Oregon can win some more games.
Patrick in the chat saying, sweet, yes, sir. In fact, that's actually what Apollo was saying. Back to him, to Patrick, I guess. I don't know. Sherelle, how you doing, Sherelle? Nice to see you in the chat. I'm better at eyeliner than lipstick. Denise has been trying to put in and we've talked about this in past shows, the fake eyelashes on, and it's hysterical.
Oh,
I'm going to call you out for a minute.
Yeah.
Last week, what was the event where you try to get all dressed up for?
Halloween?
Was it Halloween?
Well, it was above it. Well, we had a doll that we're out front for, and then
but it was Above and Beyond.
Above and Beyond that night, yeah.
So on the cab ride to Above and Beyond, which is like 40 minutes, or the Uber ride, she's like, "Yeah, try to put on my eyelashes, but I ended up gluing my eyes shut."
That's so true.
And then like
Kiki,
you had a panic attack.
Yeah. So they look so beautiful when somebody else put them on for me, and then I got all ready, and I was like, "Well, the last thing I need to do is just put these on," and it took her like 5 minutes. So like 15 minutes go by, and like my eye, like I can't even open it, like glue everywhere. So then I took it all off, and I wiped off like my eye makeup and had to start over.
We need to get you in a makeup class or something.
Thanks. Yeah,
Okay.
that would be nice, and I won't look like Casper.
You're pretty white though. You know, you're rocking that OG Oregon. What is it? What Oak Grove? Is that what it stands for? You're rocking that Oak Grove Oregon look. That's what you're rocking.
Whatever.
We have a phone number. It's on the screen if you can't see it. It's 757-414-7535 that I just had to turn on a few minutes before the show started because apparently my credit card that I lost back in the day isn't working. So after the show, I got to find out if somebody found it. Because when I lose a credit card, I don't even call to cancel it. It's just out of sight, out of mind.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, I don't owe that money. So something obviously went down because they shut it down on your boy. They said, whoop. Took that number away, so we were a couple minutes late because I was trying to get it back. And the reason the number is important is there's anybody in the chat or listening on our app, and you can get our app. Just go to PK and DK Audio app. It's free for Android. It's free for Mac. But if it's anybody out there that has questions for us regarding how to win this London trip, I would like to address those questions. Again, the phone number is 757-414-7535. This is our relationship show, so we get a little more time to really break down our thought process. Maybe there's something you're going between two pictures that you want to enter to win this trip to London. And if we can help you out, we're going to help you out. So hit me up with any questions you might have. Of course, you can put them in the chat at pkanddk.com. Click on the 11 Chew Show. You'll see the chat right there. I also have the chat up at thepowermorningshow.com. The very first box
Awesome.
should be our show where
Okay.
you can watch it, where you can chat, and you can do
That's
all that
perfect.
stuff. So
Thanks for telling me. I can share it.
Chloe, we Houston folk want to go. I never said you couldn't go. When did I say you couldn't go? Get in on this. What are you doing? The way it's going to work is this, right? We put this together in like under a day, and we're only
Yeah, I was gonna say like the whole idea started within 1 hour, and then we had to get logistics down. So I would say
logistics, kind of like logistics, but it's logistics.
Oh, it's LOG.
Where's my wine?
We haven't done Wine Wednesday yet.
Oh,
You gotta wait for the song.
I don't have the song.
Well,
We at
we'll
work.
We'll have to sing it.
Oh, yeah. It's Denise's Wine Wednesday. She don't know nothing about wine except that it make her feel good. Oh, yeah. No credentials. Denise's Wine Wednesday. The following information gonna be useless.
Pointless.
Wine Wednesday. I just remixed it. You quiet down. No, I forgot how it ended.
I already opened it, so I could cut to the point.
All right. Can I tell you how no drinking on the job? I know. That's what she said. She was
Yeah,
like,
I
we're going to
did.
be at work and we're going to get yelled at if we bring wine. And I'm like, hold on. Hold the F on. So she gave me this whole speech about we might not be able to do our home show because we usually do this from the house if you're new to it. She a whole speech about how we can't do this at work because it's Wine Wednesday. We might get yelled at. We can't drink at work. Not one question or concerned about bringing the crap monster into the building.
I asked if I could bring the four-legged friend, and there was another guy on the weekends. He brings his dog in, so I figured, I'll be fine.
But what's more of an issue, you think? The dog or a couple of bottles of wine? And she only brought one bottle of wine.
I was like, we got it. We do have to be back here at 5 tomorrow.
4, because we got to pick
Yeah.
the finalists tomorrow
Yeah.
morning. So
Why don't
here's
we
the
just
thing.
sleep here?
Now, well, we're going to empty out our office and we're going to go to IKEA. And I was thinking about, instead of couches in the office, to get a couple of beds because we've been putting that much time in here. So we might be able to here in the future. Maybe bunk beds. Oh, that'd be awesome. Adult bunk beds. Where can your boy get some adult bunk beds? That'd be
IKEA.
sick.
We saw them at IKEA.
Yeah, but those are for like baby kids.
Well, I don't know if they have like full size.
Like, look at me.
Those are just grown.
Yo, and I would do the top bunk. So, like, when you sleep, there's a chance that you might get squished to death. Like, you never know. When you wake up tomorrow morning, you don't know. Might just smash right through the bed. Where is she?
I lost her.
Oh, she's trying to get at the trash.
Ew.
What's up, Honeybee 22?
Honeybee
Amazon.
said, go to Amazon. She sounds just like Maddox.
I love how she put. Did she put the French twist? Amazon?
Or Amazon.
Or is it Amazon?
That.
Because we always go, yeah.
That's it.
Honeybee 22, we all went to Above and Beyond. And before she took us to this money spot,
that
it was like Korean
delicious.
barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God. These fools went, and I don't know what else they put in there, but it was a fried ball, octopus on the inside with some cream sauce. It was like the best thing I've ever had in my entire life. Best thing I've ever had in my entire life was that, whatever that to the point that, you know when they give you like an appetizer plate and there's like 4 things on it? 4 people at the table, and then everybody but one person eats, but you kind of lose track of who didn't eat it.
Yeah.
More dishes come.
Yeah.
I was eyeing that octopus ball for like 5 minutes, praying to God, to Jesus. On the inside, I'm like, please don't touch the octopus ball. Please don't touch it. And then I was like having a whole internal debate with myself of like, when can I ask for the ball without being greedy?
Well,
you know?
I don't think I had mine, so you could have just been like, hey, can I eat yours? I'm like, yeah, fine.
Yeah, but it was in the middle of the table, but I knew you didn't.
yeah.
I knew the second they said octopus ball, you were like,
Like,
I don't understand
I
your
know,
logic.
I'm so strange because I really do like to try. I'll try most things once. But then if someone tells me what it is, it's like, oh, and here's the beef tongue. I'm like, yuck, not trying it. But if nobody tells me what it is and then I do try it. Like one time we had, what was it? It was like a 7-course thing, like at Feast. Was that what it was called in Houston?
I got those pictures somewhere.
It's no longer there, but they had very obscure,
that was so awesome.
interesting. So they brought out a dish which was mac and cheese. And then they told me it was brain mac and cheese. And I'm like, no.
Dude, that was delicious.
But I still
they brought out.
I still made an effort to try a little bit of everything, but in my mind, I was like, no, I'm never going to enjoy this.
I gotta tell people because this is like one of the best food stories I think of like all time. Because customers next to us, other tables, this was a fancy spot. Other tables were so in disgust by what these guys brought out that they started leaving. They walked out on their meals. I was thinking to myself, I don't think there's anything that I would see that's been cooked by a chef that would appall me to the point that I would get up and walk out of the restaurant. There's not anything that they can do unless I'm in like some obscure country and they literally bring out dog.
PK.
Unless Kiki comes out on a tray, and then it would depend on my hunger level.
That's next level. But
so these dudes brought out, and I went to the chef before the restaurant opened. I said, look, my buddy's coming to town. We're going through an eclectic food phase. I don't want anything from the menu. I know that you specialize in doing some crazy stuff. Can you just surprise us, right? And then whatever that tab is, I'm going to save up like this month. Whatever it is, we'll take care of you, but please surprise us, right?
Right.
So we go there, and it was like a 7-course meal, and it was like the brain mac and cheese, and he really went out of his way to use every part of the animal. The main dish was, oh my God, we got to put a picture of this online. 3 dudes walk out of the back of the restaurant, right? It's like the chef, the waiter, and I think a busboy or something. And it's a big circle dish, a big pan, huge pan, right? One person can't carry this pan. Mm-hmm. So you have them like in different corners of the circular, not corners, but different side. And they're carrying out, and it's this full-blown, I mean, the entire thing, it's a cow head.
Yeah.
It was the coolest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. So people started leaving the restaurant, right?
I even wanted to leave our own table.
So they put it down in the middle of the table, and this cow head is like, just think of like a Chick-fil-A, one of those cute cows.
PK, that's nasty.
And it's, no, because this is eclectic. It's fancy. It's fancy boy food. You calm down. So they put it down in the middle of the table, and the way that you eat the meat is you had to like pluck it from the cheek. Woo! Making me hungry right now.
Wow, I haven't seen PK this excited. You get so happy with like the most genuine grin when you talk about food.
It's the small things that make me happy.
It's you know what? That makes me happy.
It's not even that. It's not even that. It's because like the chef didn't have to do that. People were leaving his restaurant. You know, he didn't have to do that. I asked him politely, and then he was so cool. He went out of his way to do all this extra stuff, and I don't know, man. And it was a really good meal. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
The ladies didn't like it, but me and my boy, though, woo!
I was like, the ladies, it was
We got
just
it
me. It was like you, Todd, Ivan, myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ladies meeting.
Can we drink? Cheers, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Sorry about last week. We didn't have the show on our... We had the show last week. We just didn't have it on the app. So if you're listening to this, you can go back and watch last week's show. You can find it on pkndk.com. And we just don't have the audio portion of that up. Maybe I can... If I have a break, if No Chill Dan, that might get renamed to No Breaks Dan.
Yeah. Oh, we do have a break in 22 days for Thanksgiving. No, okay. I was like, honestly, we are going. I think he might. I forgot. So if he hears this, he's gonna be like, "Ah, what? What are you guys doing?"
Just gotta turn around, come back to work.
We're going out of town. I think it's the 18th. So that's in like.
I don't know.
Yeah, the 18th. We're gonna go out of town for 2 days.
And then we're going out of town with the winner to London.
Right.
That's gonna be awesome.
So Chloe,
Dude, can I? Oh,
Chloe in the chat was asking how it works, so we do need to explain it.
Okay, all right. We're gonna spend some time with our London trip because this is the One Trip to London show. And by the way, any questions you have, 757-414-7535 in the chat at pkndk.com. Let's start at the very beginning, right? Even when I came, did I ever tell you about the interview process when I came back to Houston? And I was like, yo, I think it went pretty good, but they might think I'm kind of crazy, but I think it went all right. Did I ever?
I mean, you didn't go into detail. You did say that you were the only one that showed up in like a brand new suit, and then they were
That
all
you
like,
made me wear.
I did. I wanted you to look sharp and feel comfortable and confident and good.
I don't know why I listened to her. 20 years I've been doing this game. 20 years. I don't know why I listened to her. You got to wear a suit. I showed up, and people were like, were you here to sell something?
Yeah.
Like, you know?
You're like, yeah, I'm selling myself, my brand. Like, this is it. I'm here. I'm serious, and I look good, feel
They're
good.
like classical stations down the hill, down here. So I sat in the meeting and I was like, look, my vision is this. I've done a lot of stuff in the past. We did some crazy stuff, but I think what I really want to do is take this motto that Denise and I have been doing for the last 2 years out of a closet, which is live a great story, because it's inspiring other people to get out there and to do something cool. That's always been my thing, and we've tried to live by that motto. When you lost your teeth in Rome, live by that motto.
Sure did. Sure did. When I had that root canal in Florence.
Live by that motto. We've had some amazing time with our friends who we consider our family, like Smeeze and everybody, you know, everybody. So we've done some incredible travels, and I wanted to do that somehow on the radio. See the world and have genuine, honest, just a good time. I don't want to go on a trip to where it's like, okay, guys, it's 9:30 now. We'll see you tomorrow because we're going to a concert.
Yeah.
Like, I want to turn up. I want to go somewhere crazy and get into stuff, and hopefully we make it back. You know, there's going to be the lawyers, the amount of waivers that they're going to have to draft up for this trip.
Yeah.
We haven't even started talking about that.
I was like, I actually got an email from, we call her the Prize Fairy promotions director. And she's like, I will be there when you pick a finalist, but just in case, here are some of the forms. And there's like 5. I'm like, oh.
Preliminary. Wait.
Goodness.
Because I'm telling you, I almost didn't get this job because these fools thought I got arrested in Europe last time I went.
Yeah.
Because we got into some shenanigans. So I wanted to create experiences for people, no matter what those experiences are, whether we're going to a concert, we're going to the Hawks game, or we're going to London. I wanted to do experiences. So the job ended up working out. And yesterday, the big boss, who is amazing, freaking gets everything. You know, he's just, I love the guy, you know?
Yes.
Comes
Yes.
stomping down the hall, and he's like, I got 4 tickets. You know what? We need the whole morning, so I got 5 tickets. We can go anywhere in the world. And we're like, what? You were like...
I was like, this sounds too good to be true. Like, when this kind of stuff happens, I'm always like, push the brakes. Like, I'm always that person that's very skeptical because I've been shaded so many times. So when he was like, I got 4 trips, and I was like, it's like domestic. Like, that's awesome. That's cool. And he's like, to Europe. I'm like, no. He's like, let's go. They need to be booked by Thursday, the 3rd. And I'm like, no. I was like, you and I like thrive on last minute things.
I love last minute things.
Bookings, ideas,
Everything.
whatever. Everything comes together, and it's like we don't even pack for like a trip until like the day of, like an hour before we're supposed to go, and we just like take our suitcase and go in circles and like, I don't know what to do. So we thrive in this environment, and the fact that he threw it to us.
And he was like, look, it's not
like,
the
yes.
way of doing things because
Yes.
it's like we have to book it and we got to do it. And I'm like, bro, yes. So
Even our promotions team, they were like, oh, okay, so you mean the 3rd of December? And we're like, no, that's when we fly out. We'd be like, no, we're booking the 3rd of November.
we need a winner tomorrow.
Yeah,
We need a winner tomorrow.
like 24 hours
And they were looking at us
tomorrow.
like they were trying to process that information, which I thought was awesome as well. So then we figured it out, and the contest is this. It's simple because we are going to be going. Oh, this is the other thing I want to say. So I guess we could have gone for whatever the amount of length is, but our boss, No Chill Dan, No Breaks Dan, this fool wanted to fly us out to London, which is like an 8-9 hour flight, right, with a listener, spend like a day, and then fly back for Monday's show. I'm like, bro, if we're going to go to London, we got to have at least a day.
No, he was like, it's an 8-hour flight. That's more than enough hours for you guys to sleep. So, so they're back. That's your night of sleep.
It's like, come on, man. So we pieced it together. What you have to do is simple, and anybody can do this and anybody can win. You have to send us a picture or a video showing us that you're going to be fun and like just really experience this trip from beginning to end, because there might not be any sleep or very little sleep. This is not a we'll see you tomorrow. This is a we're hitting the streets, we're hitting the pubs. We're the ones that are opening the pubs up and we're closing them down.
And you have to be able to enjoy PK, Terry, and myself, because
Right.
if you think that we're crazy and irresponsible and like that we wouldn't be fun to hang out with, then this trip might not be for you.
And we have, I don't know, because Terry's, I think we're going to be testing Terry out as well.
He's already
'Cause
having anxiety.
he's gonna
like,
have
I'm
some
making
serious
a
anxiety.
doctor's appointment because I can't deal with you guys an hour away. I don't know how I'm going to deal with you over the pond. Like,
Yeah, we went to Talladega, and then he was stressing out about a couple of beers cracking. I'm like, bro, you don't understand, man. Last time we went to Europe, I don't even know how we got through security to enter London,
oh
to
my
enter
gosh.
the
Okay,
country.
Now you're just scaring people.
No, I'm just saying I'm keeping it trill because your ass almost they didn't let you in through Border Patrol.
Well, I had Xanax that I decided to take like an hour before we got off the plane.
After
I was
pounding like 3 bottles of wine.
Zombie. I kind of looked the part today anyway.
So anyway, so what I'm saying is it's going to be fun. So we need, because this is very dangerous from our perspective as well, we need somebody that can hang.
That's right. Terry is chaperone.
Oh, Terry's going to be like, which is funny because we're the married people, but Terry's going to be the dad/mom. We're going to be the
parent.
kids that he's trying to keep together.
He's gonna.
And we don't know about the winter that we're going to experience this. I want somebody that, we were talking about how we don't have a lot of friends in Atlanta because we've been so focused on work. But I want somebody that, I've seen so many great entries already of people that, because again, you have to show us that you're fun, that you're willing to live a great story, right? Mm-hmm. And I've been going through the entries, and there's so many awesome people in there that I just want to hang out with by the things that they have done. People that have inspired me I want to go cliff diving again after I lose like 30 pounds, because this fat hits the water like 20 feet off the ground. We got some problems. But there's a couple that makes videos like we make.
Yeah.
They went to California and they made this like amazing video, and I'm like, oh my God, I want to hang out with them, So the idea is to really look forward to hanging out with somebody and to experience something that's crazy. And then after this London trip, we're gonna come back. We already have something else on the books.
Yeah.
And we're already talking about something else on the books as well. So we're gonna see
Like
whether it's domestic,
continuous thing.
whether it's
Might be right
domestic,
here in
it's
a-
Mexico, it's
Yeah.
dude, we're gonna check out the world.
The world.
And we're not gonna do it like normal people do when you have like
Or hashtag no itinerary.
Yeah, this isn't like we're taking the Buckingham Palace tour. Oh man, I'm so excited about that. I'm really excited. Anybody that stuck out, any of the entries that stuck out, and by the way, you can get in on this by showing us that you're a good time. You have to send us in a picture or video. The video could be something in the past you've done. It could be something you record right now. Say, hey guys, I'm so much fun. This, and this is why, right? And you have to send that in. You got to use this hashtag. Per legal, you have to use this hashtag.
Well, I was like, it's definitely legal. Most fun 961 entry.
You got to put entry in there, and then you have to send it in because the cutoff is at 4:59, which gives us 20
Eastern AM.
Eastern, which gives us 20 minutes to pick the people that we want. Five finalists will get, and I don't think we even talked about this on the radio, but 5 finalists will all get Jingle Ball tickets.
Yes.
And then we'll have voting throughout tomorrow's morning show. And by 9:10, we'll know who we're going to Europe with, which is insanity. For a trip of this caliber, this size, to happen within like less than 24 hours.
Crazy.
What? What?
It is crazy.
So excited about it.
There's one guy, his name is Alex, and he says, always bringing a good story to the life on our trips. And it's himself like dancing on the cruise ship with like bottles and stuff. And I was like,
I saw him.
I was like, yeah, I feel like that's us.
I saw him. Was he the guy that's like they're doing in front of the camera on the cruise ship?
Yeah,
and
in
he's
front of,
mixing
like, a panel
drinks.
of table.
Yeah.
There's another
But see,
one
I've
that-
also been doing this. Let me just keep it honest. Have you been clicking on the people and seeing the other pictures?
Yeah.
Because I want to make sure that, because somebody can share a really fun picture, and then the rest of them are kind of like, oh.
Yeah.
You know?
Like this one girl, so her name is Taylor Tanner, and she has a bunch of pictures of her like at the slot machine sitting in Chicago, the place that we want to go to, Sears Tower.
Yeah.
Sitting
in the glass.
Sitting in the glass, her taking a selfie with a goose. The Dublin
She was a lot of fun, too.
literary pub crawl, so she looks fun. And of course, Patrick, who's joining us, he says he's the most spontaneous person, wants to go see the birthplace of Spice Girls and Amy Winehouse, so love that.
Did you
too.
read that to me earlier today?
I did, yes.
Because I laughed at that. I'm like, what? Who said? Because you sold
Yeah.
it to me like, hey man, this guy really wants to see the birthplace of
Spice
the Spice Girls.
Yeah!
And look,
Wanna be? If
it's
you
not
wanna
going to be.
my lover.
Also, let me make this clear. It's not going to be a 3-day drunk fest either. It might be. I don't know. But we just want to have fun. We want to have a good time. That's it. Just want to have a great time.
There's another couple. They are definitely in shape too, and they're like at the late show picture outside of that with David Letterman. Them working out outside of Curious, Halloween costumes, engagement picture. So there's a lot of good ones. So again, hashtag for legal reasons. Hashtag most fun 961 entry.
Yeah, so get your entries in, and then we'll put it online, and then we'll have the voting, and it's just going to be fun. We're the type of people that will get on the tube and just randomly pop up to hit, whatever, to see what neighborhood we're in, meet some people, and then back on the tube, and then, who knows, get lost. And, that's what we do. We just get lost in random towns. It's borderline dangerous, so much fun.
I love
We might go to a game. We're going to go to this concert. We haven't even started talking about the concert we're going to go to.
In the chat, since John, he joined us a little late. He just had another surgery, but everyone's already...
John, how you doing, buddy? What's going on with your
John
surgeries,
Donaldson, everyone's already congratulating him because John wins everything that we do. So congratulations, John. Hope you have your passport.
He has one a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know how that happens, but he has one a lot. Yeah. He has. And that's the other thing, too. It's like, I feel like sometimes people don't think that they can win stuff, so they keep from entering. And the big thing that I've wanted to do, and we've done a couple of times, I think it just takes people by surprise, is I want people that are like, if something pops up last minute, they're on board. Like, to me, that's where I live. You're right. I live in last minuteville. So, like, Above and Beyond, I was giving away tickets like 30 minutes before the show. Only because, and I could have done it the day before, but 30 minutes before the show is because I want that person that thinks the night is just done. They're just going to sit there, they have nothing to do, and then all of a sudden, next thing, in 30 minutes, what a difference 30 minutes can make. In 30 difference, you're hanging out with Above and Beyond.
There was a girl, she, let me see, I saved her information. She called in... Katie, she called in on Monday and she was sharing, it was like our 5 a.m. club, 5 o'clock club that we do, how she had this amazing Halloween costume and that she was half dressed and ready, and then last minute her plans canceled. So she was so upset and then ended up having to like take off her makeup because she didn't want to go out by herself. So I kept her information for things like this because sometimes, it's terrible and people cancel and then you're like, no, now what? But then other times, like, you see us and then we're like, hey, guess what? We're doing this now. And so I got our information and boom, let's go.
Yeah. But it's funny because a lot of people won't go. So, like, that's the message that I want to send out there. It's like, yeah, man, you know how fast life hit me? I was looking at pictures from like 2 years ago. I'm like, damn, I was so skinny. And then I was in my 20s. I'm like, oh my God, life comes at you so quick that you gotta get it. I'm telling you. Before you know it, we're gonna be sitting there old school in a rocking chair like that lady that called in today. Oh, I wish I had that call. Some lady called in, right? I'm like, what are you doing today? She's like, I'm on the rocking chair. I got my glass of whiskey. I'm like, it's 5:15. Respect. It's just, She's
like, I'm on my porch and just having my cigarette. And I'm like, okay.
It comes at you quick. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
comes at you quick.
Yes.
Anybody know of other place that we should look into going? Like, what's a spot that you're just like, that's
Ibiza.
my spot? Like, where's that one place you've been? It doesn't have to be like crazy tropical or something. It doesn't have to be a London. What's that one spot that you're just like, man, I think I might have asked this in the past. People need to check out. It could be here domestically, could be anywhere in the world. I know, John, you've traveled the world. You were in the Navy. Where's that spot?
Yeah.
Also, I wanted to know, like, Megs, if this was like 6 months later because you just had your child, Megs is kind of making that transition in her life, I would assume. I could be completely wrong, but what has motherhood been like for this last couple of weeks?
Yeah, it's been
Has it been 3 weeks?
Mm-hmm.
Right. If we were doing this in 6 months, Megs, and Pablo would definitely be some people that I would love to go to London with.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
But has that transition hit? Because now you have more important things in life.
A new baby, a little life.
So that was a question that I meant to ask earlier on the show. But yeah.
Patrick's saying that we could go stay at his dad's home in the Philippines.
I've always wanted to go to the Philippines.
Abu Dhabi from Alan.
Y'all getting crazy now.
New Orleans from Megs.
Dubai's the effing jam. I've always wanted to go to Dubai, yeah. Dubai's the place that if you go bankrupt, they arrest you. So a lot of these dudes that have Ferraris and stuff, they drive them to the airport, abandon the cars, and just duck out of the country, which I have to applaud because you do not want to go to jail in Dubai. But apparently there's these like parking lots with fancy cars that have just been abandoned. What are you doing?
So I have little Kiki standing next to me.
You know what else you have? Can I have the wine since you're just going to look at it?
And I look at her face, her clean little face usually, and
What's she
it's
eating?
covered in like black soot. I have no idea.
Well, yeah. Have you seen the carpet? That's what they're redoing studio in here. The
my
carpet's
God,
like filled
what
with
is she
dookie.
eating?
Oh, God. God knows in here.
Like, I don't understand where anything could... I guess she was just like putting her face, like rubbing it on the carpet. That's disgusting.
Let's see. Philippines, you'd have a free place to stay from Patrick. Megs, Pablo Bot said, Grandma will watch Kenzie. We're on board. All right. That's what I'm talking about. Pump and dump, LOL. I love it. And and going all the way. Oh, New Orleans. Yeah, we got to do I wanted to do a New Orleans trip. I don't know how I missed that game.
So I really wanted to go on Saturday because it's a huge game, LSU and Alabama in Baton Rouge, and that's where Terry J's from. And that's all we've been talking about. Like, if we go back before football season even started, so like beginning of August, I wrote down a list of every football game that I wanted to go to. That one was on the list. And now we're not going. No, we can't go. I guess we're just gonna have to watch it from the house. Yeah, I know, but that is like New Orleans would be awesome, especially having somebody from there like Terry J.
What are you barking about, Kiki? You shut it. I'll kick you in the face.
Don't say that.
I'm kidding. What else is on your list of topics that I told you to write down before the show started?
So I
And by the way, like I said, any questions, make sure you get them to us. I'd love to help you out and answer whatever I can answer. But tomorrow morning, the final 5 finalists will be online. So even if you can't make this trip, definitely check out our website and help us pick the perfect person. The person that you'd be like, yes, they look a lot of fun. And all the entries right now, if you go to thepowermorningshow.com, all of the entries, you could see them in a post so you can go through the people and be like, oh. And there's some fun things on there. In fact, I kind of want to keep that page because it's like one of those things, if you don't have any plans for the weekend, you can go on that page and you'll be inspired to do something. Mm-hmm. You'll be inspired. Like there's hand gliding, there's cliff diving, there's people in caves, there's the lady that took her wedding pictures at a waterfall, there's the other lady. She might be one of my favorites.
Crowd surfing, I love that one.
I haven't seen the crowd
The bride who was crowd surfing at her own wedding.
Really?
Yeah.
I saw the lady at her wedding that was mid-fall during her entry walk. What's that called? Entrance?
Yeah, first entrance. Yeah.
Yeah, and she's mid-fall, and she had no shame in her game, and she shared that picture, and she might be one of my finalists because I love that picture so much.
You have to.
It's not a perfect picture.
Yeah, you have to. Like, if you do like your grand entry to like your wedding, and you're like we now pronounce Kiki and Denise Colensis, and I'm like, yeah, like in fall, which what do? You can't be like, oh my god, I'm so like mad, but you just have to like play it off, and she did a great job. Like.
Well, I just feel like in this
I
world, there's
been,
two types of people. There's the people that play it off, and there's people that it completely ruins their day. So
Yeah.
I'm on the side of things that, there's no way that you could ruin my wedding day. Like, I'd still have a good time. If something didn't go according to plan, I'd still shake it off and just enjoy the rest of the day. But there's so many people that it's like Bridezillas and the people you had to deal with at Zaza. What do you call? How do you say it?
Yeah, I wasn't gonna call them out because there was a lot of those divas, but
Yeah. But you also had like the awesome people that you've done weddings for.
Yeah.
You know?
they came back. One couple came back a year later and just still were going on about how amazing the day was, and they loved everything, service, all the people, the staff, and asked where I was, and like, oh well, she's moved on and now in Atlanta, and they're like, what? Where'd she go? Where's our girl? I'm like, sorry. On the other list of things I had to chat about was the haunted house, and I thought maybe you might be able to play the audio a little bit more than what we could have aired on the radio.
I could have, but I can't right now because now we're using that computer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's great communication.
I know. Why didn't you tell me before the show started? The haunted house was lit though. Like,
Yeah.
why am I saying lit all of a sudden?
So we
Why
went
do
on.
you do that?
we
Where you
went
just pick up words from other people? Like, I guess Smeeze was telling me I'm saying something Dan always says. No Chill Dan, which I don't know. Like, because he always says I don't know about everything, and now I've started to say it. You don't do that? Lit. So where did I pick up lit from?
I have no clue.
By the way, Adam was saying new app idea just out of our contest. Just popped in his head. A way to connect with other adrenaline junkies and party goers, not trying to hook up, just trying to have fun 24/7. I thought there was an app like that. What's your...
Well, I am part of a Facebook group. It's a private group, but one of the girls who actually came out because we were at Netherworld Haunted House, she invited me to that, and then is like planning other events. And I feel so bad because like she's already invited me to numerous things, and I'm like, can't.
Why don't you go?
I can't. Like, work is crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we committed to something on Saturday, which I forgot we told them that we were interested in doing something that same night, same time. But now I'm like,
What was the other thing we were committed to?
we were going to the basketball game, but before it was going to be at the rooftop at Pont
Oh,
City.
yeah.
So I was like, yeah, I'm so excited.
Why can't we do
for
both?
It. They're at the exact same time. How's that going to be possible?
Because the rooftop isn't going to close, right? Right? It's not just like a 2-hour event.
Well, they're starting there at sunset, so around 6.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
See?
And
then also,
Alan is saying love Netherworld.
yeah.
Is that what you were going?
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead. Yeah.
No, it's all right.
What's wrong with you right now?
It's
You tired?
okay.
What's the matter
I
with you?
am completely exhausted. But no, I'm focused here. This
Are
is
you?
what we're
Yeah.
doing.
Are you having pains?
I'm fine, thank you.
What? What's with the secrecy? Like, is this an honest question?
I'm fine. I don't have pains, and I just am tired. That's all.
Okay. All right. Just trying to figure things out. That's all. Netherworld. What'd you think of the haunted house?
Thought it was amazing. It was great. Like one of the best haunted houses I've ever been to, but very frightening. So it really stuck in my head, like a lot of the scenarios and the characters and the rooms, and totally goes into like each phobia that you have. One of the ladies that works here, she also does part-time and is there as like one of the characters. And I mean, she said it. She's like, they just play so well on people's phobias. So if you have a fear of clowns, if you have a fear of like small people, large people, dogs, chainsaws, claustrophobia, water, just everything. And
without a doubt, it was probably the best haunted house I've ever been to. Mm-hmm. And I've been to a bunch of them. Did a bunch of haunted houses in Houston. We had to work a lot of them. Like, so this like blew them all out of the water. It's like amazing how long one of them were, how intricate, and how much I don't know how they did. Some of the things that they did was just like next level, and how they missed technology with the scares. With that said, you're such a baby, because the next morning, right, she's like a walking zombie, and she literally couldn't sleep for more than like 10 minutes.
I still look the same. I'm still a walking zombie.
That's crazy to me.
I hate, and I have this terrible fear of being like drowning and being like underwater and drowning, and I just can't do, like, I just am helpless. And another thing is like claustrophobia, and there was 2 things. Like, one was these red lasers, and like you're looking forward and it's a hallway, and the way that the lasers are, they make the walls go like really, 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 really thin. So to the point where I'm like, okay, I can do it. And then it kept getting smaller, and then I had to run like as fast as I can, and that's what I lost, like, because Terry J and I were linked up, and that's where I lost him at first, like when the phone fell out, because I was so scared that I was going to get squished
but
between
here's
two
my question.
things.
Here's my question. you know it's a haunted house, right?
It doesn't matter.
Like I would get, I
It doesn't matter, PK.
I
I'm
remember.
glad you are fine with this, but this is my
No,
opinion.
I'm making a point. I'm asking a question, making a point. You have
Mm-hmm.
to let me ask it and make it.
You're right.
Before you can answer it, because you don't know where I'm going. When I grew up, we would challenge each other when we were 8 to go into like these scary abandoned houses that in Greece were like 3 stories tall, and they were just like so scary, abandoned for like years and just falling apart. And as kids, we would all wait outside. As soon as it would get dark, we would see who would be the biggest pansy, right? One at a time would go into this abandoned house, and you'd have to find the stairs and go all the way up to the top to the roof, wave from the roof, and then come all the way back down and out of the house. But it was pitch black, house abandoned, things falling apart. That stuff like really, really would scare me and stuck with me. One of the houses we broke into, they had a coffin in the basement. And that one, you had to go to the basement and wave out the window and come back up, right? So, because you don't know what's going to happen there. It's not like a regulated thing. It's like you don't know what's going to happen. And as a kid, your mind is running wild. I get it. A haunted house like Netherworld, which is probably one of the best haunted houses in the world, right? I mean, it's so good. I'm not just saying it. It really is one of the best haunted houses. But don't you know deep down inside that it's like watching a movie. You know they're still actors. No,
because I'm fully in. Like I'm 100% in, and my mind is set in a certain way, and just the way that you start there at the haunted house, and like all the people and the characters that are walking around, it kind of gets you in a certain mindset, and then you actually are going through it, and it starts like a little slower, like when you jump in like to the elevator, like it all, like that's where my mind resets, and then I'm all focused. I'm like, okay, now I'm in this. Like same with like movies, I do the same thing. Like I get in the mindset of the actual movie, not like, oh, it's just an actor and it's gonna be okay. Like
no, I get
I'm
scared
implanting
too.
like my brain and my mind, and I'm putting all of myself into it so I can legitimately get the feelings and everything that I'm supposed to.
Like maybe I'm not wired that way because I get scared too. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I loved it and it was absolutely scary. And your boy dropped some curse words when they came at me, like for sure. Sorry kids that were around in the haunted house because you probably heard me. But I'm not losing sleep over it.
Maddox is saying, tell it to my mom that took me to a shady-ass house at some abandoned factory in Tampa, LOL. Honeybee saying, I totally understand what BK is saying. That's how I am. Netherworld is moving near. Yeah, that's what we heard too, Alan. Like, so currently where the haunted house is, they've been there for a few years, but they rent the entire lot. And we were told that everything stays there. They just have like a build team who comes in like March through October.
Right.
And so they go on like a little break, and then they come back and they take everything and move rooms around and have different designs, and it's a lot about like math as well, because like when you go in and you're looking straight at something, well, then they're going to turn it a certain way because they want your eyes to go that way so somebody else can come from a different direction. So when you're trying to get like scared, you're not going to be like, oh, it's right in front of me, but oh, I'm so distracted, I'm looking at this thing, but something's actually right behind me. So there's so much that I had no idea, that I didn't think that
it was. I describe it by saying it was relentless because it never eased up. So you knew you were going to get scared the entire time, right? I guess I was fascinated. I guess maybe I wish I could turn my brain off to go to that space.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess not, because the next morning I got a good night's sleep that night. Like you literally, this is the point I was making. Like it wasn't, I'm not bagging on you. You didn't sleep that night at all. How did it affect you that much is what I'm asking.
PK, same with when I can't watch scary shows or movies or anything. Like PK, really, you're into American Horror Story, and there's so many times that you try to get me to watch it. I'm like, I can't, because my mind just thinks things, and I don't know. I can't turn it off. So then I go to sleep, or I have like anxiety about like, oh my God, I'm going to go to sleep, but then I'm going to be like underwater and then I can't get out, or I'm like, maybe this sounds so crazy, but I'm just talking out loud. The claustrophobia, like when the walls were squeezing in. I mean, now like every time I crawl into bed, I have to like go in there. I don't know. Maybe there's something in my mind like my body's already doing certain things. I don't know. I have no idea. That's just how I am. I've always been that way.
All right.
That's why I sleep with a baby blanket and a dog.
That's why I love you.
Yes. See, Adam. I knew it.
What was Adam saying?
Wasn't it in Houston a couple years ago where the dude actually killed people in haunted houses?
Yeah, but that
That's
doesn't happen
probably
all the
what
time.
it is. That's what's in my head. Because like 2 minutes before I fell asleep, Freddy Krueger, who was dressed up, killed 5 people. That's what it was.
I did see that, though.
Hello.
There he is. PK here.
You here?
What's up, man? That's our buddy Smeeze. What's this, what are you saying on there that I would be scared? Where? A locker factory? Oh, you bitch. Oh, you bitch. How do you always do that?
Oh,
Damn it, I was thinking.
You're so slow. You're
my
thinking like a
God.
meat locker, weren't
No,
you?
I was thinking about
A
like.
gym?
No, there's
Oh.
a haunted house in San Diego that like really messes you. You sign release forms and they actually like could beat you up to that. There's a certain level of torture that you sign away the right to.
Hell
So that's
no.
what I thought he was saying, briefly looking up. I didn't realize you were. Oh, I hate you. You're the worst. I don't know why we're friends. Do you understand what Denise is saying about the scared thing?
Yeah.
You'd lose sleep?
I don't, but on Halloween I watched The Rite. Remember that movie with Anthony Hopkins and those like exorcisms and stuff?
Ooh, sounds
And,
horrible.
How old is it?
It's not even that movie's like not even like that scary.
Yeah.
But I straight up when I was sleeping I was dreaming of like performing exorcisms on people and stuff and heads twisting backwards, and I'd wake up and I'd be like, stop thinking about this, and I'd be like, I'm gonna think about going swimming in the ocean, and then next thing I know, it's like stuff crawling on a wall and snakes and crazy shit.
I guess my mind is just not wired that way because I cannot tell you, and hand to God, I can't tell you the last time I had a nightmare. It hasn't happened in years. I mean, years.
I hope you have a good nightmare tonight.
I hope so too. The only thing that I will say that happens to me is every once in a while you're in that scenario where you're trying to run away from somebody, but you can't outrun them. Or I think that's it. I mean, like I even haven't had one of those in a while. I have, a tornado is hitting town or something. Like I've had that, but even those things are like maybe once a year. Like, what babies you two are.
Oh, come on.
Well, it's not like I refuse to go to sleep because I'm afraid of nightmares. I just get them once in a while, and I wake up and I'm like, oh, that wasn't real.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm telling you, Denise didn't sleep more than 5-10 minutes. And Monday, she was just like in here sounding like Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, I know.
Hi, everybody.
I was screaming so loud and
I
Why
thought
didn't you do your husbandly duty and comfort her and help her go to bed instead of just passing out like a chump?
yeah, thank you. That would make sense. But PK and I are more friends now.
Yeah, well, I try to be fair, and she treats me like a roommate more than a husband. So, just slowly falling apart. I guess we know who's not going to be on the Europe trip next year. How awkward is that going to be?
Cut in half again.
Cut in half again.
Classic.
All right.
By the way, what do you have? You haven't seen any of the entries for this London trip. We haven't even talked about it. I know that you've been on my case all day today because I haven't gotten you a copy of my passport because we're going on another trip, for our annual Christmas trip. But what's some of your thoughts about this London exhibition that we're doing?
Oh, that was pretty great. I actually went on y'all's website and looked at all those, and my immediate thought, and I texted you guys this, was if I hashtag that on all my awesome pictures, people will be like, you're going to win, because I've just got awesome, like, traveling pictures.
Yeah.
And, like, stuff blowing up. Like, who's got stuff blowing up? But there's a lot of sweet entries. That guy with, like, a golden beard.
Oh, yeah. What is that?
That's outside of the American Apparel. I saw that one.
Whoa, okay. Somebody explain that one to me, because that one I didn't understand.
Well, I don't know. He had something funny written down there, like, respect the game or something. But it's
Oh.
hilarious. Like, it says something dopey, but, like, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like, that guy is mystical, He's like a wild card. What are you going to get with him? I don't know, but he's got a golden beard, and he's saying stuff that doesn't really relate to anything, so that could be awesome. But it just seems like there's a lot to choose from there, and there's people doing, like, jumping off cliffs and stuff, and already have gone to Europe and all this jazz. There's pretty exciting stuff going on over there. Are y'all going to do it to where people can vote on that, like the regular?
Yeah, so
or you
the
guys-
way it works is so people have, and that's everybody in the chat and everybody listening on the app, you have until tomorrow morning at 4:59.
4:59 Eastern.
And then by then, and we're going to go through some of them like right before and have like, our finalists, I think. And then if any come in or whatever, we'll polish it up. And then we're going to have the top 5 people at 6. The voting's going to go until 9. So it's going to be 3 hours of voting for everybody to be like, yeah, that's going to be the person. Because again, it's such a quick turnaround, that.
Yeah.
because Smee's actually had the idea of all ideas. That we just don't have enough time to pull it off with legal and having to do forms and all that stuff. And your idea was to have the top 5 people bring down their suitcase. And explain that one a little more.
Well, I don't know. It was really a base for an idea for you guys to kind of take off of with it, but I think it's great. I think people pack weird stuff in their bags in general and have different outlooks on what they're going to take with them on trips. Like, I'm a big believer, the less you take, the better it is. So, like, this year I was thinking about taking, like, 2 T-shirts, 2 pairs of pants, and 1 pair of shoes and some underwear, and that's it.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much like last year. I only took like 2 shirts, and the year before that, you lost everything. So you literally had nothing. Like, we went to, where'd you get your stuff, and how much stuff did you have that year?
Well, the very first year I went, I lost a large, like, Nike duffel bag, and I way overpacked, so it had, like, everything in it, and I lost it in the very, very beginning of the trip, and I got it back 3 months later, randomly delivered to my house. But having lost that, I had a backup backpack that was, like, with me that just had day stuff. And I just went and bought the necessities, and it was way better just having a backpack with just a few things that you need and, like, washing stuff when you need to wash it. So I was all about that, and that losing stuff really sucked. But now I'm all about, the less the better. And so the idea that I had anyway would, had people pack their bags. You'd tell them where you're sending them or what the contest would be, and you say, pack for this. So, like, if the London trip, you'd be like, all right, pack like you're going to London from Thursday to Sunday. And then whatever the finalists, I don't know how you would choose the finalists, would be random or whatever, but you'd have like those 5 finalists come into the office, and then you get to play games depending on with their bags. So like you could play like go fish, and be like, do you have red lipstick? And if you got red lipstick in your bag, then you get a point.
Yeah, and then whoever gets the most amount of points wins and gets to go on the trip. My favorite was, though, that they don't get that bag back, so we keep the bag and they can't take anything else. So I think that's awesome because some people would come down here to play the game and not really think about it, just throw some random stuff in there just to be down here just to play the game.
Yeah, exactly.
And then when they get the news that, you can't bring anything else or else you're not going, then it makes it interesting,
Yeah, I was talking to Jenny today on the at work, and I was telling her about that, and she was like, well, that's terrible. I would never do that because I've got all my makeup and stuff in there, and I'm not just leaving it for a month or even a couple of weeks. And I was like, well, then I guess you're not going on the trip.
You're not going to London.
Yeah.
I know. And that's what I want. I want somebody to bypass a trip to London because of their makeup. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, I think that's hilarious. And I was thinking one of the things that I don't know if I told you this, you could tell them to see how many like styrofoam cups you could bring with you on the trip. And then so somebody inevitably would just take a bag of only styrofoam cups, right? They would get the biggest bag and just fill it to the brim with styrofoam cups. And then that's all they'd get to take is just a big bag of styrofoam cups. And they'd just be wherever they are with just styrofoam cups.
What would be the rules on, like, let's say they do end up going with, like, nothing. Can they buy clothes, or I guess we'd have to put it in there that they can't buy anything on the way, or?
Sure if they want to, but then, what good is a free trip if you got to go over there and just buy all new stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We're going on, so we're doing the London trip, which we're going to give away tomorrow, and that's the beginning of December. During Christmas is when we go visit our buddy who is there by himself over, ironically enough, in Manchester, just up the road from London. And we always spend Christmas with him. You probably have seen some of our videos. I'll put some of them up today. I still got to do last year's and the years before that. I've been really slipping on that.
That would be nice.
But
moving pieces.
So us 3, which is going to be weird in itself, so us 3 are going to go on that trip and some other stuff. And we were talking today about like how you're saying that people in Paris aren't rude. And I don't know that, like, that's the one big thing that I still, until I experience it, I'm not going to have an opinion on, because I've never, like, Paris or France is the only place where everybody seems to agree people are rude to Americans. They never say that about Germany. They never say that about the UK. France is the one spot everybody unanimously agrees. You've been there, and you're like, it's not like that.
It's not. It's definitely not like that. There's nobody that was rude there. I think back in the day they were kind of maybe a little snobby because they thought their art was better and their language was better and everything they had. But they're not like, they're never going to come up to you and start cussing at you or not serve you at a place unless you're too drunk, or treat you like crap for just general being an asshole to.
Right.
Like they're not any worse than they are anywhere in the rest of the world. That everybody thinks they are, but they're really not. I had zero bad experience. In fact, went out of their ways to, they do speak English, but a lot of them don't.
Yeah.
So, they'll slowly like walk you and like show you little mannerisms to explain what kind of sandwich you're trying to order or like a beer or whatever. And they're patient. They don't roll their eyes like other places of the world. I mean, if you were fine with people in Spain, minus the
Spain was no, the people were nice in Spain. I just hated.
Right. So minus the
Siesta, nap
quality of
time.
service, it's like the same thing. It's like
Do they have siesta in France?
no fiesta.
Oh,
no
thank
fiestas.
God. Lazy.
Just fiesta, just parties.
Yeah.
The
Look,
wine,
I'm cool.
The wine flows like rivers there, dude.
Oh, my God. Please don't bring that up. We've been having a whole argument about this thing, too. That's another thing. It's like Denise found this article about when she says there is a fountain that has wine in Italy, right? Did I say that right?
That's
Just that part?
correct.
Okay.
Yes.
A fountain with wine in Italy, right? It just what comes to mind? What are you picturing right now? What's the image? Describe the image.
Denise with her face towards the sky on her back, just wine pouring all over her face.
But describe the fountain, if you will.
Oh, like not ivory. What's the a white granite fountain with like a lion's head?
Maybe a
out.
male naked statue or something like.
Maybe
Maybe it's in Italy, after all, but you're thinking like the fountains we see in Vegas at maybe Caesars.
Okay.
Okay. So she thought that was a ridiculous thought to have because this fountain that's nonstop wine spewing out of it or whatever is really like what you have in middle school with the little button. You bend over like a little water fountain.
It looks like
It's horrible, bro.
It looks
It's
like
the
a
worst thing
boulder.
ever.
It looks like maybe it's like a foot by a foot, like rock, and then it's on some kind of like cylinder. So maybe like a 2-foot cylinder, and then a rock on top of that, and then like a gold. What do you call it? Like
there's
thing on the sink.
There's a
What is that
straw
thing
out of
called?
it that you can put in your glass. It's like the biggest letdown of all time because when you're like, yo, there's a fountain in Italy that just has wine, you're like, what? I gotta see this, right?
Huh.
I gotta.
It's like a drinking fountain.
Yeah, that's what I was saying a minute ago. The drinking, the little thing. I'll send you a picture, bro. It's the biggest thing.
I'll put it in the chat.
Hey, Chloe is saying they're very, very rude. Honey B says snobby, but you have to show respect first, and then they will reciprocate that respect. Otherwise, they're going to ignore you. And Honeybee, by the way, says, I'm not American. Maddox is saying, as long as you try to speak French to them, they are cool as well, which I have heard that multiple times. The problem is, besides oui, s'il vous plaît, I don't know anything else in France.
Hey, man, that's good enough. That's a good enough start.
Ah.
How do you say wine, food, pommes frites?
No, I think all I need is to say hello or hi.
Is that like French fries?
I just have to
Yeah,
learn.
pommes frites. Yeah, that's good.
Why? That's all I need to say. Vino and pommes frites, and I'll be
Pommes
good.
frites,
I'll be good. Everything else, I'll just like.
Guys, it's cool.
Point.
I took like 3 years of French in high school, so I
Oh.
got this.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Alan's saying all this wine talk, they don't even have a wine aerator.
I know.
So
he's
you've been
getting-
honest, Alan, about
he's
this
been
wine
getting me
aerator.
on
This is
Amazon, right?
second or third week he's been honest about this. I know. Does it really make that big of a difference? Although let me tell you this trick. We have tried this multiple times and it works. I have done blind taste tests with Denise, and I'm talking about at least 4, 5, 6 times. And it's worked without fail. Without fail. This is the ultimate wine trick. You have to do
Airplane.
this. Yeah. When you're on a flight, what you want to do, you get the little red wine bottle, right? You crack it open. You take a small sip so you can take a little out of the bottle. You put the top back on, and then you shake it good for a minute because that puts the air into the wine, and then I kid you not, the wine tastes money. Try it. Get 2 bottles.
Get 4 bottles of wine.
Try it. I'm telling you, you can tell which one tastes better every single time. Try it. It's a little wine tip. I forgot what I read that somewhere. Picked that up somewhere along the way in my travels.
Wow, we sound like such alcoholics.
I know, we
Yeah.
do. Well, yeah. Costco, $14.99, says Sherelle. Bonjour, morning to 5 p.m. Bonjour.
Bonsoir.
Or bonsoir?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't even.
Bonsoir.
Bonsoir.
After 5 p.m. and you're good. Maddox, there you go. Hey, are you going to hate the fact that because Denise and I have never been there, and we're going to want to do the stuff that you probably already done in Paris. Are you going to be annoyed at that?
No, well, I've never been there for New Year's, so I'm looking forward to that. And then the Louvre is like huge.
Yeah.
I mean, you could spend like months inside of that thing. So it's always got new stuff. I'm always about going there.
I need
And
to.
Eiffel Tower is just badass because it's the Eiffel Tower. So I'll hike up there.
Okay.
Did you go did you just take pictures outside of the Eiffel Tower, or did you actually go and like do one of the
No,
tours?
we took like the steps up to the top, almost to the top, to like the middle portion.
Yo, how many steps you talking about though?
There's a lot of steps, man. You're gonna be huffing and puffing for sure.
Let's do that early in the morning. Let's get it out of the way. Let's get
All
that
right.
one out of the way because that's what backfired at this NASCAR thing that we did like a week ago. Like we showed up to the track and we had to go up like 5 stories or something. Woo! It was not a good idea to have some Popeyes like 5 minutes before it. It was not a good idea. All right,
Well,
man.
don't worry, we won't be eating Popeyes.
Anything else? We're good to go. Anything else that sticks in your mind you wanted to bring up?
No.
All right. very
Okay.
nice.
All right.
I'll consider the beard guy for tomorrow morning. If you see anybody else that you're like, yes, that's the person you guys got to pick. Send them our way.
You got it.
And
All
when
right,
you
man.
and when you submit yourself, don't forget blur out our faces.
Yeah.
You got it. I will
So
definitely
we know
do
it's
that.
not you.
See you, bro.
All right, bye.
There you go. Our unofficial producer, Smeeze, who is pretty on point. Comes up with like the best ideas. I swear to God. I'm convinced he comes up with the best ideas because he doesn't work in radio. So he comes up with like crazy stuff. Like I said, hey, man, we got some concert tickets. What should we do one time? And he's like, we haven't done this yet. He was like, hey, kidnap a listener.
Whoa!
I'm like,
whoa! I don't know if legal would like that.
I'm interested. Yeah, man. Blindfold them. Throw them in the back of the van. You got to drive them around for a half hour. If they can tell you where they are within a mile, they win.
I maybe
Oh.
maybe I wouldn't say kidnap, but maybe like get lost with the listener.
Yeah.
Like,
Best
just-
ideas. Best ideas, I'm telling you. In fact, our boss got irritated because the minute we walked out of this
Yeah.
meeting,
Yeah.
the second we walked out of this meeting,
Not even like your foot was still like in like our president's office, and then you're like one step in, one step out. You're like, Shreeze, yeah, I got it.
Yo, bro, I need an
And we're
idea,
like,
bro.
Come on, like we don't even have time. Like the three of us are like, come on,
hey, I know where the ideas come from.
Mm-hmm.
Not going to come from that side of the room.
shut up. I mean, it was with help of
I'm
one of
kidding.
Shreeze's ideas, but we played
kidding.
off of it.
You cannot deny the idea brain power that Smeeze is on with coming up with stuff. Like you can't deny that.
Are you with me or Shmeeze? Come on.
Well, it depends on the time of day, I guess.
Oh, whoa.
We're roommates now, so my
knees.
knees.
When you get 5 hours of sleep in a 24-hour time period, I mean, I'm sorry. What do you want to do?
Have sex?
Shit.
That'd be nice.
PK,
I'm kidding.
this has got awkward again.
Yeah, it has been. It's been pretty busy, but it's fun busy. That's the thing. Like I see you in the morning, and you're like so tired and stuff. And like yesterday was my favorite because Kiki.
Yeah, because PK's on
Where's she
like
at?
wake up medicine, and he's all like,
I'm ready to go.
I know me. I have a doctor's appointment. Yes, it's official. I finally booked a doctor's appointment. They finally called me back after I said, "Hey, this is Denise. This is my third time calling. I've also sent in an email. I've also requested an appointment online,
And I had to walk through a haunted
also
house.
Sent in a request through My Chart, which is like the online thing where they keep. I haven't heard back in over a week, so I really need someone to give me a call back. Sure enough, 10 minutes later, hey, yeah, we'll get you our first available. I'm like, oh, so that's what it takes. And on the voicemail too, it says, please do not submit multiple requests. Your answer or your call will be returned as it's comes. Whatever
Question.
that thing is.
I have a question.
What?
I have a question.
What?
You gotta call my name.
It's only you in the room.
Yeah, I know,
what
but
do you
when
want?
you raise a hand, you have to call a name. If you raise your hand and say Denise.
Dipshit, what?
Whoa!
What is it?
Whoa!
Obviously, I'm talking to you. What is it?
All right, stupid bitch. Why don't you
Great
find a doctor?
question.
Why don't you find a doctor that will call you back?
Because this one is honestly super convenient. It's right across the street. She's already
It's not convenient if they don't call you back for 3 weeks.
Well, I'm really picky when it comes to doctors. And when I had my initial appointment with her, I really liked her. And it's really hard for me to find someone. So once I do like somebody, then I'm like, same with like my hairstylist who's really crazy. Like,
Oh, tell 'em about your
insanely crazy
wax lady.
But I love, and same with her. She's
real
fun.
crazy, right?
She's fun.
Yeah.
But
I want to have the wax lady on. She tells us the best stories.
tells me. And
Well, yeah, but it's kind of like, I want to go. Can I go? Is that weird if I go to a waxing appointment?
No, I really feel like
I
you
wanna talk to her.
should. She probably is watching right now.
Can you
so.
share one of her stories? Doesn't you don't have to.
Well, there was one lady. She was in her late 70s, and she goes in and takes care of business, and she
That's so
shared
awesome.
that with me, and I was like, oh, okay.
That's awesome. What's wrong with that?
Nothing.
I love that.
Yeah, I know.
Love that.
I know.
I saw an older lady the other day. I thought, I'm like, wow, like, you know, because I feel like, I don't know, I feel like when you hit a certain time in your life, and it could fluctuate in age. And I don't want to downplay how hard it must be, because I have short hair, I shave, and I'm done. It's like easy to be a guy, right? So I don't want to downplay any of that. So I'm being careful with how I phrase this. But I feel like there's something happens in life that a lot of ladies are just like, screw this hair. It takes too long. It takes too much time to do, you know? So then they chop it off, and then everything is just like, you know, the mama jeans come on. And so I saw this lady the other day that was up there, and I was like, wow, she looks great. Like, it was just, I don't know what it was. She just, you know, like, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Okay.
I don't know, you know? So wax at 70 is what I'm saying.
Yes.
What was you had a great story from her, though.
I don't know. I think
Didn't she have some crazy person or something? Because I wanted her to have her say some of these stories on the podcast, and you were like, no, she's too crazy.
I mean, there was something about like one of her former friends sent another friend to the salon, and she like, you know, did her stuff, and then she started talking about, I don't know.
Oh no, I mixed it up. I'm sorry.
You mixed with the hair guy.
No, I mixed it up. Yeah, with the
Taxidermy.
Dude. Okay, all right, yo, you have to. This is the story. You have to. Dude is gonna kill Denise, and we're gonna know where we're gonna find her stuffed and like modeled, like, you know, in a pose.
So
listen to this.
So last time I went to get my hair done, the guy was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I have a message." He goes, "Yeah, a lot of my clients, they text me pictures of dead animals that are on the side of the road." Why? What? I was like, huh? Like, disgusting. Okay.
That's a good way of saying it, huh?
And he goes, yeah, you know, I kind of have a thing where I collect dead animals. I don't want to see them, like, if they're, like, if I see them and then they're killed. But if they're already dead, then, yeah, I collect them. And I have over 600 different animals. And I'm like, huh? Again? Like, what? He goes, yeah, from butterflies to hamsters to an owl. And the producer of The Walking Dead, he caught wind of what I do and what I collect. And I have these owl wings, and they're so large and huge. And then in the other drawer, I have its body. And I'm like,
wait, hold on. No, I honestly got to. I thought when you told me the owl part, I thought the wings aren't on the owl? He plucked them?
I don't know. I'm not asking.
Why would you not ask that question? No. How do you not have questions when he's telling you this stuff?
So then I did ask him, like, well, where do you keep everything? He goes, oh, you know, in like armoires in
his bedroom.
But not only that, but then I was like, well, where are those at? And he's like, well, they're in the master bedroom. I'm like, see, you don't even use your master bedroom for the master bedroom. Like,
oh, wait, so he doesn't sleep in there?
No. So he has like, the second bedroom is his room, but then, yeah, all of that's in there. And he's like, yeah, so they just told me that they found something and that I need to go and quickly pick it up. And then like 20 minutes later, since he's doing my hair, he's like, oh yeah, she went back and it's already gone. I'm like, what the? Are there more than one like people that like collect these things? So, okay, what?
Keep telling a story.
No, PK, put my dog down. So, anyway, I thought that it was the most strange thing ever, and I asked him, I go, so what does your girlfriend think about this? What did she say when she first, walked into your house and was like, oh, you got like 600 dead critters in your house?
She puts the lotion in the basket or else he gets the hose again. You put the lotion, it's on the skin. Or what is it, skin or basket, or you get the hose again. By the way, I have to give complete credit to that.
To Patrick.
Yeah. Silence of the Lambs is, yo.
Trisha's saying that he's a serial killer.
Can we talk about Kiki's Halloween scarf? Can you even see it? Like, what are you doing to this?
It's not Halloween. It's now fall, so it's her fall pumpkin scarf.
So when you see a dead animal, you're going to call him up? Be like, yo, just got you a squirrel, son. Do I get a discount on my color?
No, I'm just going to pretend like he has the
Did you ask him?
Stories. Like the time before that, he was telling me that him and his girl were watching some kind of movie and that he was looking. It was like, oh, that girl looks familiar. She's like, yeah, it's my sister. I'm like, what the hell? That's so weird. Why? Why are you telling me this? Oh my gosh, this salon doesn't even give me like wine or anything, so I'm going in there stone sober like, hey, my hair looks good. It's hard. I know when I find
But
people,
my hair looks good.
when I find people that do like a great job, that I think that I can't lose them. But now I'm afraid if I stop going to the guy, then he's gonna.
Did you not ask him like if he's missing any kind of animal in his collection that we can keep an eye out for? Can I go to that guy?
Yeah,
Or
no,
he doesn't
no,
do he does
doesn't-
just color?
He doesn't cut hair. No,
Oh,
that's
man.
a different person.
Yo, I
he
wanna-
just does the color, PK.
My guy
and then
doesn't
the
have any
animals.
interesting stories like that. My guy just like tells me about how he bikes to work. It's like an hour and a half. Oh, I bike to work today. I'm like, oh, it's just great. Like, I'd love to talk to a guy that has like dead animals and like eagle or what does he have? Owl wings? Just where are the owl wings? Are they
But like the reason I was so intrigued
are they
is
like Maleficent wings?
that's what I thought in my head, and he said that they were like 2 feet. And
Holy
like,
Jesus!
This is a giant owl. Where the hell did this owl come from?
Yo, do you think he'd give me a tour?
That's where I was going. Like I thought, like the more good graces that I give him, then I'll be like, here, my husband is like loves
Where
that
do
kind
you
of
think
stuff and loves film and video. And if you have the director from Walking Dead coming to your house, going through your stuff, like.
Because the director of The
would-
Walking Dead needs inspiration for his serial killer movie he's writing. Right? Now, my question for this guy would be is like, yo, where are you going to keep Denise's body and the arms are going to go up on the wall or like, are they going to stay together?
And
Like,
what are you gonna do with my hair?
and then,
You
yeah,
gonna
is
leave
the
it
hair
blonde?
going to, like, yeah, are you going to actually do the hair like the blonde that I've been requesting for the last like year? Like, yo, well, what happened?
Really?
What happened?
Really?
I don't know what went wrong. I felt like we were connecting.
No.
I thought we were on the same wavelength.
Big disconnect now. There is
Oh.
like a huge bump.
A speed bump.
Yeah.
We're good though.
And not like the little bump, it's the giant humps that you
What-
actually have to like you know, vroom, vroom, and you go up, oh gosh, how do I get down from this hump? Like that.
What
Oh my
about the
gosh.
purse? The purse is good too. The purse story is good too. The Louis that he has
Oh.
with his girl. Listen to this. This actually was like, you know what? When we go on this London trip, we could maybe use this.
Yeah.
This is a good little tidbit, if you will.
So apparently she has like an expensive Louis Vuitton purse that she carries around, and he's really scared that somebody's just gonna go up to her and like try to steal the purse. So he has this, his Glock on him and ready to go. Like I don't know what part of town you're hanging out in. You have to carry your gun, but whatever. And if you,
Oh.
and then he goes, and I tell her that anytime she hears me say "Drop Louis," then she like drops her purse, and then as soon as she drops it, he goes to pick it up. I shoot him.
So they already have this planned out. This is the
Correct.
thing that gets me. It's
Yeah.
like, how do you already have this planned out?
I don't know. And then he stopped.
right. What neighborhood
he
are you
caught,
hanging out
this
in?
Other guy who was taking pictures on his cell phone of like up girls' dresses. So like they were on a stairwell or something at some club, and that he was standing under there like cheek 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 cheek, and then he like the guy and his friend caught this man taking these creepy pictures and pulled him out of the club, and then made him like delete all of the pictures, and then like roughed him up a little bit, said never come back here, or you're.
Why don't you just call the
Daughter.
cops and get him arrested for taking upskirts?
I don't know. Sometimes you just want to
And-
handle
but
business yourself.
Can I just say that's the most polite way of handling business anyway. If somebody's taking upskirts and me and my buddy, like, you don't rough them up and you don't make them, hey, let me see you delete the pictures. You smash the crap out of the phone. You know,
Well,
you mess
maybe-
them up and you call the cops and get them arrested. You're not just like, excuse me, sir, can I please see your SIM card? I'm going to need to erase your photos and format the drive. All right, now we're going to be roughing you up. Your collar's going to be popped.
You know what's crazy is like my whole like 90-minute session. Like I have all these stories, and I'm like,
You know
"Man,
that guy, by the way, is
I know
stuffed in his bedroom.
I know
You know that guy.
yeah, I'm sure.
With his phone like this, permanently.
Good God.
With eagle wings from the owl. The owl wings behind. Why are the owl wings not on the owl?
Oh no.
Why would you separate those two things? If I was had stuffed owl with 2 foot wings or something, I'd have it up on a mantle or something.
And one more last
So
tidbit
weird.
about this guy is he does not drink at all.
That's what makes him creepy. That's what makes him creepy right there.
So I don't know what.
Because I can see me getting drunk and be like, yo, let's stuff an owl. But like sober,
right?
why keep going back to this guy? You have the most interesting stories from these people.
I know. That's
Why do
why
I get boring people?
That's why I think like I like going there because I like to hear his stories.
Yeah. I'm the only one that has a hard time picturing PK roughing someone up. Okay, here comes on cue Smeeze's locker joke, I'm sure, if he's still in there. And no LOL from Alan. Come on, guys.
Oh.
Come on. I love that DK is so calm telling these stories from Patrick. Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's funny because like she convinced me to get my hair done at the same place she gets her hair done. So like I've met this guy and he seems like really normal. Like this is not the guy you picture having a bunch of stuffed animals or whatever you call them, stuff-a-bears. What is it? Taxidermy.
Stuff-a-bear. That would be like Build-A-Bear Workshop. That's not what's going on.
She's like emo / kind of like,
a lot of tattoos. Very
20s kid. Yeah, emo /
30s.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just like loud out, but like very spunky personality.
Like I'm picturing somebody older, a little overweight like your boy, with the saliva dripping problems that you have during your entertainment reports. Like, that's what like that look right there. Like,
he did say that you look like a guy that comes in often.
Me?
Yeah.
Why she got his eye on me?
You're next.
She got to watch the people that are watching you, folks. You got to watch the people that are watching you.
He's like, yeah, I thought that I saw your husband in here a few days ago, but then I saw that I was here today, but then I was like, oh, no, that's the chef. And your husband's a lot skinnier than he is.
Oh,
and I'm like,
I like him.
That's a nice compliment.
I like him.
You look like a chef.
Let me know what you need in your collection. I got you, sir. You know what's funny? The other funny story that, like, speaking of somebody noticing us, so we were walking into our new apartment, which we haven't been in there for, like, that much. It's been, like, under a week. And the front desk person has only seen us a couple of times, right? So you had your hair down or up or something. We walk into the apartment building.
No, I didn't have my glasses on.
Oh, didn't have your glasses.
Yeah.
And the front desk guy, did he call me out or did he have, I think he had my back.
They did there, but then they looked at me again and they're like, "Oh, we didn't recognize you. You didn't have your glasses on." And I was like, "Yeah."
So they thought I was bringing back a different girl.
Chick.
Yeah, a different chick. And I'm like, "Yeah." But he had my back. He didn't call me out though. Right? Why did we stop though?
I always stop and talk. I don't know why.
Oh yeah, and then he was like, "Oh, I didn't recognize you." So like, yo, if I'm like, that's the kind of door guy you want.
Speaking of like our new apartment, so we have these keys, and it's like a
here we go.
key and a fob, and it's like a whole like
I have it on
inch.
me.
Yeah,
Yes,
show everyone. Tiny key. So when we
well,
went,
so you knew we were gonna lose it.
So when we went out over the weekend, we just brought the key because we didn't need the whole keychain with the car keys or whatnot. So PK, I don't know when you lost it. Early in the night. So
I don't know when I lost it. If I knew when I lost it, I'd go back and get it.
Even if it's in like Uber or taxi or
it's I have no idea. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
This is our fob and key.
Yeah, so that's like our everything. Gets to send everything at the apartment.
So I had it in my pocket and it was gone.
So
right?
4:30 rolls around and we go to the apartment. We get up somehow, even in the elevator, up to the door, and PK's like, "I don't have a key." And I'm like, "Well, I don't have the key."
No, I realized I didn't have the key when I went in the elevator, and you have to fob the elevator to get up.
But it still worked for some reason.
But I didn't have the key, and I didn't want to tell you at that point. I was just trying to buy time before you started screaming at me. So I'm like, well, F it. At least I get an elevator ride up with silence. So then I hit the button knowing it wasn't going to work. There's no way. It's never not worked without a fob. It magically lights up, and I'm like, thank God. Now she's not going to yell at me until we get to the floor, which is, granted, it's 15 seconds. But, that's 15 seconds that, like, your boy can, gather his thoughts and be prepared for the raft that is the drunk Denise at 4:30 in the morning.
4:30 in the morning. Like, we usually are up at 4:30, so going to bed at 4:30 was difficult.
It was after Above and Beyond. So the door's open, and at that point, I'm like, well, now I know that, we're going to hit the neighbors down at the end of the hall. I might as well just tell her now. So I've had the elevator ride to prepare, and I'm like, yeah, I don't have the key. Do you have the key? And then, of course, he's like, what? You don't have the key? I'm like, oh, here we go. Shh, there's people on this floor. So then we had to go down, and then she's yelling at me all the way down the elevator ride, which is fine because, again, I was mentally prepared for the ear beating. And then we go to the front desk, and at that point, I'm like already bringing up hotelstonight.com because I'm like, we're not going to get in our apartment. There's no way. So she pages the overnight engineer guy.
The maintenance guy who's 24/7 maintenance, and he lives on property.
Now, here comes Santa Claus. Here comes Santa Claus. Dun, 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 dun. This big dude walks down and proceeds to lecture us for what is a good 10 minutes about how this isn't a hotel.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't understand the reference you're making. Like, what are you making? I lost the fob. They can't be the first person ever to lose a fob. Like,
we were like the fourth person that night.
No, there
Yes.
was one person
No.
the night before.
No, that's what she told me.
Well, then they gotta figure it out.
The following day, because I was like, yeah, that guy's not very friendly. And she's like, yeah, he never is. And that was the 4th time. I'm like, oh, well.
Well, it's not like
I'm sorry.
to lose the
I mean, it
fob.
wasn't that PK and I did it 4 times. So they gave us a key, and he was so irate that he was like, well, this is just going to get you in for temporary, and then I'm going to have to charge you, and this is ridiculous. This is not a hotel. I don't understand why you guys don't understand. This is an apartment where people live. I'm like, I get it. I get it. And I was like, and I don't understand then, sir, why for the first 2 weeks we lived here that it didn't work anyway, but I'm not going off on you on that. So just give me the key, let me go to the apartment, stop with this 10-minute lecture so you can get back to bed, Grumpy Pants, and let me go do my night and eat my McDonald's in bed. Thank you very much.
So as this is happening, I decide just to set up camp. So I sit down with a big-ass McDonald's bag, and I'm just going.
big boy.
So he's yelling
Big
at
bag.
us, right? He's yelling at us as French fries are literally falling out of my mouth
Maybe
like,
that's why
bah.
that could have been why he was annoyed. I would be irritated
Because
too.
on the
'Cause,
way
like,
back from the concert, the only place open was McDonald's. I don't know how that's possible because McDonald's usually closes and not usually open 24 hours, but we found the one. And then I didn't want to be rude and eat in the back of the Uber thing. So
No, you passed out and fell asleep.
yeah, because I knew I couldn't eat. And I was like, if I stay awake, I'm going to eat in the back and I'm going to be disrespecting this Uber driver. I don't want to disrespect the Uber
Could have
driver.
asked him if he wanted a hamburger.
No, I only had one. So I pass out.
A triple one.
No, I just had one Big Mac.
One double. It had 2 patties.
Did I do the 2 patties? Oh.
Isn't a Big Mac 2 patties?
I don't know. I haven't had Big Mac in years. Let me have him a Big Mac. So, like, I didn't eat there. So when the guy started yelling, I'm like, F this. So I'm just like cracking the. Maybe that's why he was so mad. Because literally, I'm like,
Yeah, I would
and then
have been.
Denise is pissed, and everybody's pissed, and I'm like happy because I'm eating.
And like the lady who worked at like the receptionist area, she knew that it was gonna like something was gonna go down, so she even politely excused herself. And then security, I don't know if you noticed that the security guy stayed there, and she left, and then we got her
We
lecture.
pay a lot of money to have a secure apartment. It's like, bro, I didn't. It's not like I was like, oh, buy a key. It's like it happens. Plus, it's my first key I lost. Now, granted, it happened within 2 days of moving in.
So
That's not the point.
So then we do get the key and we go in and fine. Then it only is supposed to work for like 24 hours, and then we're supposed to go back and get like reprogrammed and pay the fee or whatever. So in the meantime, I find I get my key because we lost PK, so I have my key, which is what we're using now because the key the guy gave us that temporary worked for 24 hours is missing.
We lost it.
It's missing too.
We lost that key, too. We lost 2 keys. I don't want to tell him. That's why I don't want to get a new key.
I know, that's why, like, wherever that key is, there, everyone's saying put a tile on it.
I know. It's so tiny.
I was like, I'm
this
going
is
to put
the
it
key.
around, like, my neck, you know?
Like, wait, why? Why?
I mean, PK and I are together 24/7, but it would be...
So I'm going to get an Amazon reader and just...
Because that's...
No, because
that cheaper?
I can clone the code.
I don't know if that's
Hello, friend.
legal,
Are
right?
you seeing this too? Wait. Oh, shit. I got a hood. Hello, friend.
You put your headphones over your hood.
Oh, because my ears are cold. Shut up.
Because right now you look like you a big old bear.
Put the lotion in the basket.
Oh boy, PK, we do have to get up in like I don't know 4 hours.
You do
but-
look like a crackhead right now, though. I'm not
what do
gonna
you
lie to
want
you.
me to do?
Why do you look like that?
It's because the light is very white and it makes my skin more pale.
And your eyes are sunken in, and you just look like you've been.
I don't have any makeup on except bright red lipstick like the Joker, okay?
Well, why would you do that?
Call me Heath.
If you didn't have anything else on your face, why would you put the brightest lipstick ever on?
That's the only thing I had.
But don't put lipstick on then. You're beautiful without it.
Thank you.
But if you put bright lipstick on,
But I
and-
like the smell and taste of it. So whenever I get hungry, I put on that lipstick because it tastes like candy. Instead of eating like the 4 Reese's peanut butter, like I already did.
it's like just.
Guilty.
Like,
I already ate candy
unbelievable.
bars.
We finally got a seal laugh out of you. Thank God. Thank you, Transporter, for picking that up. Let's see. Share. Yeah. See, we finally get into our groove at the end of the show. It only takes her like an hour and a half to loosen up. All right. Anything else?
And then also we did turn in our keys for our old place, and I wanted to ask you guys because we took down the studio wrap in Studio 2B on Sunday last week.
Yeah.
And oh my God, there's like giant
Black mold.
mold growing, like, and it's huge. Like, here, can you guys? It's like that much. like on the wall, and I was so like disgusted that when I took like the wrap off, I quickly put it down the trash chute, and then I'm like, oh my god, I have it on my arm, and so I instantly freaked out that I had like mold growing on my skin.
I don't think it works like that.
I know, but
It's not the blob monster
but
from
it
the
felt
Stephen King
like
movie.
it felt like it was stinging, and then I was like, I think I see stuff growing in my like hair of my arm.
Are you on crack? Are you smoking meth behind my back?
No.
Has anybody had that happen
When?
before?
PK, when?
You're married. You think you know your wife?
Yeah, I'm taking Kiki out for 5
You look
minutes.
like you're
and
coming
I'm
down like
secretly
Leo in American History, whatever that movie was.
X. And
No,
I'm,
it wasn't. What was Leo's movie with he's a drug thing with the favors in the bathroom?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't think I saw that one.
all right. I don't want to see you in the bathroom here, like, you know.
I was like, the only time I don't see you is when I'm in the bathroom or taking Kiki for a walk. And if you're really that concerned, you can.
I'm not concerned.
You can peer down from the window and then see me like taking Kiki and picking up her crap. So,
Honest question.
yeah.
So her bathroom has like windows, so you can look in the bathroom, like the wall.
I'm supposed to be able to look out, is what.
but you can see in.
I didn't think you
We
could
were
see.
at the Starbucks
did
and I
not
looked
think you
up
could
and I'm
see
like,
in.
I pointed everything out that you had in your bathroom.
Yeah, you're like, you have a hanging rack with 2 towels and a bathrobe. And I'm like,
If you know where we live, you
Yeah,
literally can
I
look at
do.
Denise take a shower.
no, you can't.
I
Because
swear to God.
I hide. You can't
How?
see my body.
The whole wall is a window.
No, but like when I get into like there's an area where the toilet is that kind of sits back and it's covered, so you can't see me
So you-
when I'm sitting on the toilet, and then that's when I undress, and then I quickly jump in the shower and the curtain closes, and then I dry off in the curtain. I put my
Zero
bathrobe
chance you can't
on.
see you on the toilet. Zero chance.
Ew.
I'm gonna get a zoom in lens and we're gonna test this out.
Ew, no. Betty wants. Okay, no.
I do. I'm your husband. We gotta just test it out for testing out purposes. But here's my question.
Okay, then I'm gonna put the blinds down.
My question is, no, that ruins the whole thing. You have a
It's
wall
me. I
that's a
don't-
window.
You want people to see your wife? No, I'll close the blinds.
No, but when
then.
I go to your bathroom, I like to, like that doesn't ever happen where I'm like, hey, everybody, I'm naked. But nobody can
You
arrest
like-
me because I'm not being naked on purpose. I'm in my bathroom, so they can't be like, so they literally, they can't come after for us for like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how does that work?
I don't
Is
know.
that an indecent nudity or something? It can't be because we're in our bathroom.
I don't
So,
even-
like, every time I go to the bathroom in your bathroom, it gets on the walls and stuff because I'm like, woo!
Ew, that's nasty.
Yeah.
I do know when I worked at the hotel, we had a few rooms that overlooked the pool, and so people did come out naked,
not
thinking
going
that they're
out.
funny. But we couldn't. All we could do was tell them to go back into their room.
But we're not going out. Can we? Here's my question.
I don't think so.
Can we stand naked in our bathroom? Not against the glass, but maybe. But away from the glass. Can we get in trouble for standing naked in our bathroom if people can see in?
I don't think so.
I don't think
Because
so either, right?
Like, there's people that do like the naked bike rides in Portland, or they like hang up their Christmas lights naked, nude. They're called nudists. So I don't think so. I don't know, but the whole point of the story was to tell you that we had mold growing in Studio 2B, and I wanted to know if we, as residents, that leased out the apartment, if we were going to get any kind of fine because we didn't alert them to mold growing because we didn't know until we took down the wrap. Like,
That wasn't our fault because we've had the wrap up for like 3 years before that. And There
Yeah.
was no mold when we
Yeah,
took it down.
okay. I just
That
wanna
might have
make
been
sure.
moisture in the wall.
this
if you're pressed
conversation, I'm
against
dying butt prints from
the
Loki.
glass, maybe you can get in trouble. But we're in our bathroom. Like I'm very, like it's. Oh man, it's awesome. It's awesome. Like yeah, every
They be
once in a while when
lurking.
she's walking the dog, I'll go to the bathroom number 2 in her bathroom
Oh, gross.
because he yells at me when she's in the house. You have your own. My bathroom stinks. There's no windows in my bathroom.
No, but you do have like a light in your toilet seat, which is
No!
so weird.
No!
Hey!
You have to
Oh
get
my
this right
gosh,
now.
The key!
Ah!
This is how we lose the key, you idiot!
I'm gonna need you to keep the key. That's my bad. That one's on me. That one's on
I
me.
thought it was a pin or something. I'm like, no, that's our only house key. And
That
it's like
one's on me.
9:40. We got to get up at 3.
I know.
What are you? Ow!
That's what you get. That one's on me. I hope I didn't throw the key on. Just keep the key from now on.
Yeah, I have it. Thanks.
Get this night light. It's at $10.
A toilet seat nightlight. Yes, Trisha.
$10
You
on
read that.
Yeah, Dude, don't play. I know you guys are like, who needs that? That's so stupid, PK. It's $10, $11. You can get on Amazon. Get the one that says best sold Amazon Prime pick. It's the best thing I've gotten.
You should have like your own page of like PK's picks from Amazon, and Maddox should has his own.
Yeah.
And then you guys
I got bath mat is awesome. I've got like the shower head that's like a foot long.
How is that, by the way?
I haven't hooked it up yet because we haven't had time because No Chill Dan has been hating on us. But when I hook it up, it's the African rainforest. I cannot wait just to be like, oh, but I haven't been able to hook it up. That one, again, was another one. It's like $20 or something. But the toilet bowl light is the best thing you'll buy. It's $10, $11, and you put it on there, right? And whenever you turn your lights off, it lights up your toilet bowl in magical colors, purples and blues and stuff. So in the middle of the night, when you go into the bathroom, you never have to turn the light on because it's already like kind of glowing, like there's fairies coming flying out. It's just like, it's very magical. And then you don't turn the light on because if you turn the light on, you wake up. So in the middle of the night, if you have to go to the bathroom, you can go to the bathroom. Like, literally, it's a night light in the toilet. It's the best thing ever. I know you guys are like, you're an idiot.
How many times do you wake up to go to the bathroom?
It
like
doesn't matter.
In the middle?
Sometimes
no, but PK, I'm wondering.
The other day, I took a dump. Sorry, I went to the bathroom the other day, right? And I never turned the light on, even though I usually would. I was just like, it's so peaceful. And then I sat down,
do you have,
and then the light went away, and I was like, okay, this is not going to work. So I got to turn the light back on.
Because your big ol' ass sat on it, you could.
You don't have to point out the obvious, okay?
I was just wondering if like Alexa was also in there like playing rainforest music, like doo 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 doo. Shh.
Get the nightlight. I'm gonna put it online tomorrow. I'm gonna do a whole blog post on it. I can't wait because I'm gonna hook up my debate.
How many times, PK?
Bidet? What?
How many times in the last week, 7 days, have you woken up in the middle of the night to go to the restroom?
That's not what the light's
for.
for.
But how many times?
None.
So you don't ever do it.
No, but
when you do.
No, when I walk into the bathroom, even if it's to wash my hands, or I've walked into the bathroom before to where I didn't have to turn the light on because it's just awesome. I'm telling you, it is awesome. I know it doesn't sound cool, and you're like, why would you have this? It is the best $10, $11 I've ever spent in my entire life. I could make that statement right now. It is the best $11. Bitches, I'm telling you, I'm going to buy these and give them away. Maybe next week at some point when they arrive. I'm going to buy like 10 of these and give them away. Because I'm telling you, it is that awesome. I've been on an Amazon kick.
Yes, you have been. I was just curious because I wake up.
I got these shelves.
Like 2 or 3 times
$5 shelves.
Okay, are you done talking?
No, because I got to tell them about this. I'm very excited about this.
Do you realize that it's a two-way show?
Yes, I know. It could be a two-way show right after this.
Okay,
so
but
you take the plate off of the outlet, the light outlet, or you plug stuff in, you take the plate out. It takes 2 seconds, just the front part, not anything else. Take that off. You put this thing on, you put the plate back on, and then you have a shelf over the thing you plug stuff in. So now you don't have wires everywhere. You just put your toothbrush or your shaver or your whatever, and you have like a shelf that you just plug. It's awesome. I'm telling you, I've spent some serious time trying to pimp my bathroom, and I think I've done a pretty good job. Pretty good job. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I just put in the chat.
What?
My question.
I wake up at least 3 times a night, was wondering if that's normal. No, I told you it's not normal. I told you to make a doctor's appointment. It's also like, You're
not allowed to come with me to my doctor's appointment. They're going to say, wow, you have a lot of high stress. And I'll say, yes, my husband.
And I would like to be there because I swear if I was there.
You're not allowed to be there.
If I would be there, I would be the Ari Gold of that appointment.
You're not allowed
from Entourage. Because I would be like, are you kidding me? We have the best job
we do.
in the planet.
Yes.
A nice apartment. I don't know how Kiki's still alive. If this is stressing you out, you have some stuff to worry about. Smash a picture on the wall. Take a phone call from the bat phone.
Your voice and that attitude right there is the reason why.
No, you need to relax.
And
enjoy the moment.
No shit, PK.
Well,
I need to
relax
relax.
And enjoy the moment. Enjoy it.
No, you be quiet because I have every single thing that you do is on my calendar. Like anything that because you miss everything. So I have to be like your not only wife, not only your co-host, but your mother. And I have to cook your food.
You put all that on yourself.
No.
You put all that on yourself.
Okay, really?
Yes. I didn't die before we got together. I did pretty good for myself.
You did all right.
I'm
But
saying.
you are a better man now that I'm here. So you are welcome.
Yes, but I think there's a
You
certain
are
part of you
welcome.
that likes being stressed out all the time. Like before the show, like when I was like, yo, we're going to do the podcast from work today. Did you call Dan?
Yes, you
Like,
have
no,
to
you know what
ask
Dan
permission.
said? You know what Dan said? The exact same thing that I already knew because I've already been in this. Like, I know this.
It's
like,
just nice
stop
to let
worrying.
It's just nice to let
Enjoy
people
life.
know.
Enjoy life.
See, because you're the one that's always late to everything, and you don't bring like the right tools for like the right thing. So that's where I come in and make sure that everything is already like perfect and planned
Enjoy
out.
the greatness. This is, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this is one thing, and I'm going to let you go. And then you can talk to your doctor. I won't even go there or whatever. But I will say this. This year, this and maybe next year, who knows what happens? Because you don't know. People move, they get promotions, you don't know. But right now, this next week, this past few weeks, this past few months is the best time of our entire life. It will not get better than this. No matter what happens, no matter if they take us to different cities, no matter what, this will always be a moment we're going to look back at. We're able to put a trip to London together to take a listener for 4 days. We're able to work with incredible people like our boss who was here when we got here and started the show. This is why we were late, by the way, because this fool came in here, started to talk, and I'm like, we go on at 8 to do our podcast, bro.
Whenever No Chill comes in, like it all drops.
We got
man first.
And I'm not just saying this because he's in the chat, but we got Maddox.
He's got to be. He helps pay our
Maddox
bills.
is like he's a workhorse. Like we have the best people in one of the best cities. I don't want to take anything away from Houston or Portland because we had some great times there, and I'm always going to love
PPM friendly.
Texas.
Come on, PK.
But we're in one of the best things. So if you can't relax and enjoy this, then I don't know what to tell
I
you.
never once said that I don't enjoy what I do.
You're just like,
You are insane for putting that out there.
because
And
every
that drives me
time
crazy.
you're like,
Stop
I gotta
it.
go. I'm stressed out all the
Stop
time.
it.
I'm so stressed out. Your calendar's
PK.
so full.
Oh my God!
Did
Stop
you like
it,
Doctor
Stop.
Strange last night?
Stop it! You are now you're making me mad because you're making me come across as this person who's very ungrateful, and that is not true at all. Now I'm annoyed. Now you've gone too far.
I'm not saying you're ungrateful.
I have never.
I'm saying you need to
said that.
smile
I
and
have
enjoy it.
I've always been very happy, very positive. I get everything done. Even before I'm asked, I do things way over the top, things that nobody else would do. Like nobody else would stay up to post 6 different. Like I do more things than what is asked of me, and that's because I love what I do. I enjoy what I do.
Nobody
so
said
when
you
you come
didn't.
across and say
Nobody said
that
you
I'm
didn't.
being ungrateful,
No, I'm not.
No,
Nobody did.
That
You're
is
saying
not
that.
okay.
I didn't say that. You're saying that.
That
I'm
is
saying,
not okay.
I'm saying that you need to relax. Find a happy place because this is the best that things are going to get.
I know
We started
this.
doing this in the closet.
PK.
So stop being so stressed right now. If you wanted to be stressed, you should have been stressed in Houston.
PK.
We should wake up every morning and be happy instead of you dropping laptops, yelling at me on the way to the elevator. So you're right. I'm annoyed as well because I want to enjoy this. Stop yelling at me.
I on accident dropped a laptop, which I was irritated with myself.
Drop it again. I don't care about the laptop. I'm just saying, enjoy it.
You want me to throw it on the?
Well, that's pretty expensive, so I don't know. We don't have that kind of money yet. I'm still, so. Just saying, enjoy it. Why can't? Why? I guess
I never
ask you
am.
this.
I
I'm
never
asking you
am
a
not.
question.
PK, I am not.
I'm not saying you're ungrateful. I'm asking you a question.
I'm not enjoying this either.
Why are you so stressed out all the time?
I have a lot of issues going on with my body that I'm concerned about.
What can I do to help?
You saying all this stuff is making me so upset.
This is what the show is.
And
The show is
this is going to
our
make
personal
me
life.
cry and be very upset.
Well, don't be
I
upset
have
or
a
cry.
lot of stuff going on personally in my body that I don't understand what's going on, and that's why I have to go to the doctor's appointment.
I know, that's why I've been pushing you for it.
You are not helping.
I'm trying to help you.
But you're
I have
not,
been.
PK.
There's nothing
You
that I can do that can
absolutely
help you
are-
because I have
you
been.
You absolutely are not.
How?
You're not.
tell me how.
This conversation of saying how.
Yeah, because this is our personal space. If we didn't want to do the show, we should have decided that on day one. I said on this show, everything is on the table. So everything's on the table.
It is.
So don't turn it around on me like I haven't been there for you from every second of every day.
I need
have.
space. I need. When I can't even call my best friends, like that's on me. I feel bad. I feel guilty. When I can't call my mother, my grandmother, my family, I have no idea.
You have to take a step back when I tell you to.
I don't need you to tell me what to do. I need to figure this out for myself. And it's just very hard right now. And that's what I'm trying to. God, now you have me all upset and crying.
How? You made yourself upset. I wasn't making you upset. You made yourself upset.
You are driving me crazy.
I know.
Because you're making.
I don't know how.
You're throwing it back on. Yes, I understand what I'm doing to myself. I live this life. I look in the mirror. I am very grateful. I'm very happy for what we do. At the same time, I'm trying to find my balance between our relationship, our work, my family, and then like that's where I'm just conflicted, and then my health as well. Like
I've been on you to make that doctor's appointment,
and I have it, and you know, like you've sat next to me when I've been making the calls when I'm online, like you.
No, because I told you before we even brought this on the air.
But
I've told you, and I've been
the appointment
on you.
Is done.
It's done
on
now,
Friday.
but you can't say something, and then when I bring something to the table, just ignore the other 3 weeks of me being on you
PK,
off air to try to make that doctor's appointment.
When the hell would we have time for me to even take 30 minutes to go over there?
This is the essence. This is the very bottom line of all the problems. You need to, and when I'm saying you need to relax, it's not a slam. You need to be able to take a step back and say that the world's not going to end if something doesn't get done. You're so organized that you're stressed out about things that don't need to get done for a week. So everything has to get, it's like, how do I put this in like layman's terms? I think this is our life. Like if you have an email box and you have a bunch of things, Denise would go through each individual item. If it's spam, well, you have to ungo from that list, and you have to block this, and you have to do that. Like, you have to just reply to the important messages, and then take care of the other messages, and then that's how you have to prioritize your life and your work and everything else. But you don't know how to take a step back and do that. You don't. Like my schedule, don't control my schedule. If I'm late, I'm late.
We have one car.
Well,
we have one
Then
key.
how is it a problem? You see what I'm saying? Like
because like if I'm wanting to leave and ready at like a certain time and then like 30, 45 minutes go, like, I mean.
We have been working, to be fair. We've been working nonstop. And then, of course, we live together and we do everything together, which I love. I absolutely love everything. The big wrinkle right now in all of our personal stuff and everything that's happening is that I don't know, like, it just seems like it's overwhelming you, which it's gonna be that way.
Obviously, it's overwhelming. I mean, we have 30 boxes of stuff that's just.
Why does that bother you? Let's talk about that.
Why? Because I want to be able.
Because
I want to be able to come home and have everything clean and organized, and when I come home from a crazy day, I just want everything to be in its place. Like, okay. I'm the one that when I go to bed at night, I don't want there to be any dishes. I don't want there to be like laundry. Like, that's just my personality. That has always been the way that I am. When I leave in the morning, I want like a bed. Like, that's just me. That's what helps me feel like complete, that everything's done and I can come home. That's why before we go anywhere, even for like a weekend trip, like I'm the one, I do everything and clean everything because that's just how I live.
Here's my counter argument. We've been moving for a week.
3 weeks.
We haven't been in this situation. We had to give the keys back, and we've had something for work every single day of this transition. So the fact that we moved everything is a miracle, right? I don't understand why a packed apartment that we haven't had the time to unpack, why that's more overwhelming than we were in Houston with me without a job and you working 8 hours. How is this not a better spot? Why are you letting that?
Because, PK,
fine.
I'm ill and I'm sick and I hurt and I don't know what's wrong with me, and that stresses me out.
And that's why I've been pushing you to get a doctor's appointment.
I have an appointment. It's fine. I have one. I'll get checked out.
On Friday, yes.
Yes. So, yes, I mean, that is the very important thing. That stems down that.
I've been trying to get you to do this for the last month, at least.
I get it, PK. I don't need a lecture. You're not my father. Like, it's on me. But that's where I'm coming from. That's
I know.
That's it.
I understand, which is why I've been trying to get you to call the doctor.
This argument's going in circles.
I know. I know.
The end of the conversation is you have
our appointment's on Friday. I know Patrick was asking.
And we'll see what happens then.
Tony's saying it's not always easy for a woman to take tons of responsibilities and get overwhelmed. But it's not that. She's doing a fantastic job. She's doing a great job. It's not that. I'm not back. I'm just saying that for me, it maybe, look, people are wired differently. This is what we were talking about the haunted house earlier. We were talking about the haunted house. You and Smeeze both said you couldn't sleep, and I was like, I don't understand that, right? People are wired differently, so you have to understand that maybe I'm not just understanding and we're just not connecting on this, which should be fine because we're not all a clone of each other, right? To me, let me tell you how I process this situation that we're in right now. And I've been through a lot of situations. I had to live behind a 7-Eleven homeless. That's when, for me, I would have these breakdowns that you're having. That's why it's so hard for me to process why it's so difficult that, yes, we're going on 4 hours of sleep and we have to work, but it's great. It's fun stuff. Is it exhausting? It's exhausting. We have like just an incredible life. Like the stuff is clicking, like we're doing what we want to do. Like that just doesn't happen. So now that we're in this position, especially starting it from a closet because I hated my job and the people didn't get stuff, and now I wake up and I see your face every morning and I get to work, and even when we don't click, it's 1,000 times better that I get to see you and hear you in the morning doing the entertainment reports instead of, my last situation, which was pulling nails out of my fingers because it was so annoying to see that thing that was just fake from beginning to end. To me, it's hard to process how things are so bad that the apartment isn't completely unpacked and things hung up on the wall. Like it's hard to understand why you're not having a good morning when we leave. And I know we're both tired and you're mad that all the clothes aren't hung up. Like I can't process that. Like that doesn't make sense to me. It does not make sense. We're in our dream apartment that you liked. We laid it out like you wanted it to. It's like, I don't know, like this is the best that it could be. Now, it's going to get better. Things will calm down, or maybe not, especially because we're going to still keep doing crazy trips. That's what we signed up for. Like, it just doesn't process to me. Maybe it's because the last 6 years was literally misery going to work, and now it's not. But I enjoy it. I enjoy living out of boxes if that's what it takes. It's better than when I was in that car.
On that note, we should end the show. We do need to wake up in 4 hours.
Oh, now she's going to be awkward after the show. You mad at me? Oh, no, the keys typing. All right.
Thanks, Patrick. He said anything to help you guys out. He's out in Rome.
Wait, what's... That always okay. All right. So anyway, yes. Anything else you want to add? Do you really want to end it like this?
We have our hashtag. We're giving away a trip tomorrow to London. So go ahead and end with that.
We are. We're going to give away that trip. So make sure you enter for that. And we'll have the finalists at 6. Voting is going to happen until 9. We'll see about next week. I think we'll be back.
Ending it like that, that's not
I don't know how to end it. I can't
thing,
end it. There's not a screen that I can go to. So if that's how we're going to end it, that's how we're going to end it. I'll just hit the stop button if that's what you want.
That's not on me.
It is on you because I've laid out my thing and I want you to tell me where I'm wrong.
I'm not saying that you're wrong in any way.
What can I do better? What can I do that's better?
You and I need space. I need more than 15 minutes to talk to my mother who's still angry at me for who knows what I did now, like thousands of miles away. It's not.
I'm not giving you space.
Stop. Just stop. It's not you. Like, how many times do I have to say this? What happened to me a few months ago? Scary. And I'm so happy where we are right now, even though I'm crying, because I'm just, I just so much is going on, and yes, like now people are gonna think that I'm ungrateful and that I don't like what I do, and like, oh my God, this girl is just complaining about everything.
Nobody thinks that. Nobody thinks that. There's not one person thinks that.
I am a very structured person that when I wake up at 4, then by 4:15 I'm doing this, and 4:30, like I have a timeline throughout my entire day. So when it comes to things like being thrown at me last minute, where I do thrive and absolutely love that, I still have, my schedule or whatever. And right now I have no time, and I feel a huge disconnect from personal life. So I'm just trying to figure that all out. That's all.
Then when I tell you don't need to respond to these things, take some time, call your friends, go to the gym or whatever, then listen to me. The world's not going to fall apart. I've been doing this for a while. Listen to me every once in a while. I want to help you get to that place where you do have those things, where you can, But you don't listen to me and you just dismiss everything I say and you treat me like I just got into this. Like I'm telling you, there can be a balance and it's going to be rough. We knew it was going to be rough, But let's start with a doctor's appointment on Friday and make sure that you're doing okay. Even the urine jugs, that took how long to get those in? Well,
Because I don't want to believe what, it's tough. I want... It's fine. I mean, it's not fine, obviously. I'm a little upset, but it's so tough, like, looking back 2 years ago where we were, and then looking today where we are. Professionally, like, I'm so happy, and I'm so proud, and I'm so grateful that we can do this together. But then I also am like, well, 1 year ago, 2 years ago, I was training for this half marathon and running, and I totally loved and enjoyed all that. Now this year, I can't even do, like, a mile, and to be like a huge just setback. I don't know. I'm just not used to that, and I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to come across. I struggle, like, as much as communication as I feel like I'm great at. I suck at it. I'm horrible. I close up, and then until one big thing happens, that's when I blow up, and I obviously need to be better about all that stuff. But that's just how
if you want to
I
get back to that, we can get back to that, but we can't talk about, like, me, right? Like, just being honest about me. I'm always on a diet. I've been on a diet since we started the show. Everybody, I think, knows that we did Fitful, and I've been trying. It's not like I haven't been trying. I really have been trying. The weekends have been too much fun. It's hard for me not to indulge in the weekends. If you want to get back to that thing, I'm willing to 100% help you get back to being able to do those things. But we both need to be on track, and we both need to, then curve.
I mean, it's better when it was the last time you and I had, like, this kind of conversation? We don't even have this kind of conversation. And now it's in front of, everyone for the rest of everything.
Well, and that's the other part of it. It's like, like. But if you want to get to that, we can get to that. We'll take time out. I'll put my ass on an elliptical machine and let you, or we could do it at a different shift so you can have your time. Whatever it needs to take, but we have to get on that path. Mm-hmm. We can't then go nuts and above and beyond to the point that, like, what are you doing with Kiki?
Kiki's covering my face because I look like a hot mess.
You don't look like a hot mess. You look like, you're fine. Actually, the tears kind of wiped away the weird red stuff from the Taylor Swift lipstick, so you look better.
Yeah. It's 10, so yeah. Unfortunately, we have to go.
If you guys have any advice, always welcomed. I don't think I could take my other email, so just do PK at, what's my email? Or do we want to do, like,
you can email
mornings
here
at power961.com. We get that. It comes right to us. All right. Well, Chloe saying, Denise, and a lot of comments in the chat as well, and apologies. But, that's the essence of the show. It's supposed to be as real as it gets. So, there it is.
We can do a final roll call for
Yes.
everybody because the people
Must be heard.
So thank you for joining us. We have Brandon, Saints Tat, E.M. Gomez, Lenny, Low-Key, Baby J,
Wait, is that our Lenny?
Apollo. Yes.
Oh, what's up, Lenny?
We have Adam, Pablo Bot, Mary Watts, Laura, Trisha, Alan, The Transporter, Serena 2, 713 Anita, Racer X, Solo 503, Tony. Sorry, my chat just refreshed itself too. Brandon.
I see Alan. I don't know which ones you've done. Serena, too. Did you do Serena? Honey B, of course. Thank you, Honey B, and Maddox, and it's going to be awkward tomorrow. Solo 503 and Racer and just Am Gomez. Keep us up to date. Send us some messages on Twitter and Facebook. We talk about you all the time. Brandon, of course, and just everybody. Her doctor's appointment since, she's been ducking out of that. Friday. So we'll have an update Friday for you. And we'll get the doctor. The problem is, and just since we've already talked about everything else, the problem is you've been having these pains that nobody has been able to diagnose as well. Is that what the problem is?
Yes.
Okay. So we'll see. We just got to stay on them. We have to stay on them. Yeah. But they took everything bad out.
Yeah.
All right.
Just how did the bad stuff get in there? And how do you not get it to come back?
We're going to be aggressively checking, and we'll make sure it doesn't. And we'll start, if you want to do the fitness thing, we'll start doing the fitness thing. We looked at the CrossFit class, which just seems a little aggressive for my current weight.
Especially when I'm having like pains when I barely even touch my tummy. I don't know if I can do ball slams.
May I suggest maybe the elliptical, and then we can work our way up to the...
Exactly. Oh.
Send in your pictures for real, though. Send in your pictures.
Honey's a nurse, so she can certainly. She's been amazing. Yeah.
Send in your pictures, though, and then because somebody's going to go to London with us. We might ask you to sit between us on the plane ride.
No.
It'll be fun. It'll be fun. All right, that's pretty much it.
That's it.
Oh, man, I miss kind of like ending the show and just rolling over to bed. Now we kind of have to go back home. But hopefully by next week we'll have some sort of a studio, maybe not. I don't know. I really want to build it right. So, oh man, and I didn't even tell you about the great news about the Live a Great Story people as well. So
we can. I mean,
next week.
Now that we know that we can even like connect like this in studio. I mean, if when there's time, we can always pop back in. And
yeah, I want to decorate. Well, they're going to rebuild this, but I'd like to do some stuff.
They're going to redecorate over Thanksgiving, so in like 3 weeks. We're actually going to be doing like the show from a different studio for like a week, I think. But
we just roll with the punches right now.
The morning show, yeah.
Roll with the punches. But have an awesome week. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Appreciate it. Please get in on our contest to London. If you can't on this one, we're already brainstorming and have some other stuff on the books. So we're going to follow it up with some other experiences and yeah, get you to live a great story with us. And remember, at the very beginning, that was the essence of everything, is just to be able to connect, meet some cool people, and do some crazy stuff. So here we are. We'll be back here before
you know it, before you wake up, we'll be here.
All right. So have a great week, and then we'll see you hopefully next Wednesday. Take care.
Bye.